Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, all fly nerd and nerdettes, you are now in tune to WFNG Fly Nerd Radio. Clickety clicks. What's good, man?
Silencer shots.
There we go. There he is. There he is. Bop, 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 bop.
Silencer shots. Sniper shots from the grassy knoll of consciousness.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
What a time to be alive.
What a great time to be alive. We are the Fly Nerd Group, and we're living. I know life been lifing, and we out here living this experience, and we're here.
Yeah, we out here true and living. Try that one. Tat
Yeah,
out.
true and living, true and living. So it's been a long time.
Shouldn't have left you.
Blah 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 blah. Yakety smackety. I am
Y'all
Cosmo
could have shot.
Galactus, FNIC Fly Nerd in charge.
And I'm the Asiatic black man, Amby Warhol. Peace, peace.
What's good, man? What's good, brother?
Man, everything is good. Like so I love honesty, right?
Yeah.
I have a saying, there's those saying, tell the truth, shame the devil.
Right.
And when the devil tells the truth, he shames himself.
As he should.
And all we got to do is sit back and collect the
And
residuals
just
on
chill.
you know what
You
I'm
know what I
saying?
mean? We could just chill. Because it's
Because
like, oh, that's the show right there.
nah, this is what it's about. We spend in good times. These are air quotes I'm saying, people. In
Mm.
good times, the appearance, the illusion is that everything is all good, racism is over with, black people are prospering, brown people are good. Ain't no issues.
Mm.
When the tension hits though,
Oh, it's a different story.
then the truth that we speak all the time,
Mm-hmm.
the truth we were saying all along, suddenly makes sense, right?
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
when they behind that veil, when they behind them sheets, y'all trade these bullets for them their sheets. When they behind the sheets and the mask, and you know, it's like, no, them they good. They
They're
good
good
for
folk.
us.
They're
Yeah, they
good
good
folk.
folks. They love us.
Good folk.
But when them sheets come out, and now we seeing the real person,
Like, oh.
and then it's like, ha ha, I told you. When we talk about 10 percenters and we talk about these rich oppressors, slave
Mm.
makers of the poor, and they were like, oh, it's not like that no more, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Okay, right, you know what I'm saying? Where Jay say, I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Yeah.
you know, here we are, and we've got high level figures in government, high level figures in entertainment and media,
Mm-hmm.
high level figures in corporate wealth spaces.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Yep.
got high level people in all different spaces, high
Yeah.
level high level Caucasians
Yeah.
who are spitting a secret that they have typically kept in their closets behind the skeletons and behind the sheets.
But if you have some common sense, you kind of like do your studies. The secret is kind of like obvious, though.
Yeah. Well, we talked about, like, we always talk about the institutions. Oh, the institution of racism, the
Mm-hmm.
structures of racism, the structures of white supremacy, the systems of oppression. We use all these anecdotes, but the truth is that these systems are in place because of people, a certain group of people who carry a certain mindset. Those are the people that we need to spend more time talking about. And we don't spend enough time talking about that part because we make it impersonal because we try to be, we try to be wholesome, righteous, non-judgmental, peaceful people. And I'm saying that very loosely.
Okay.
But the truth of the matter is that those systems of oppression, the systemic racism, the philosophies of white supremacy, all these terms that we freely use don't mean shit if we don't acknowledge the people that are in control of these systems, the people that put these institutions in place, the people that
Right.
perpetuate and consistently strive to maintain that authority in that supremacist way, in that oppressive way, Those are the people that are the problem. The system notwithstanding, the system is a product of the people, and the people are the problem.
But I always say the system isn't designed for us. It wasn't in in the very beginning, and it
Right.
hasn't changed. So you got to think about that for a minute too, because it's like if you really want to change something, and I always say it all the time, would you still use a computer that you had back in 1998?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so why
This
are we
shit
going with this system that was designed in the 1615 and to now? You know what I mean?
without
And
any change, without any.
without
I mean, we
any,
have amendments,
yeah,
but these
yeah.
amendments are still a part of the system and systemic. And because, and this is where the root of it is, the philosophy of white supremacy still exists amongst a majority, and I would say a majority of government figures.
Hmm.
Now, I'm not talking about the masses. The masses of white people is just white people. They just people. They're just like the rest of us. They're under the same heel of oppression of the same minority of people who are in power and in control. That
Mm.
10%, that's the devils.
Yeah, that's definitely that.
Those are the problems.
Yeah.
They're the people that are causing all of this. And we're seeing how they're in they're campaigning right now. They're recruiting. They're
Hmm.
trying to draw more people into their philosophy from the majority people.
Hmm.
And this is a great time because what this helps us realize is that accept your own and be yourself, man. Go back to self empowerment. Do for self. Knowledge of self determination. Step back into yourself, man. Be you. Don't worry about what they doing. Be prepared for what they're doing.
Be
It's a difference.
prepared.
It's a
Be
difference.
prepared. There's a big difference. Be prepared because, yeah, like he said, due diligence, take care of yourself, take care of you and yours. But get prepared because, hey, man, anything can happen. Expect the worst. You know what I mean? And don't trust anybody. DTA, Blackstone Code. Don't trust anybody, man. Like
Seriously.
you just gotta go out here and fend for self and fend for your family and your folks who you fuck
100%.
with. That's it, man. Cause yeah, everyone feeling like it's the trick bag and all this shit. It's like, yo, man, the snap getting is it cut on or off? Like I don't
It's
know.
cut off. It's on, off and on, off and on
It's off and on. Some people say their shit is pending. So it's holidays coming up, you
by
know,
design.
all this shit is by design, and just be aware. There's places, there's churches, there's a lot of
There's a lot of
food
food resources.
vendors,
Yeah.
yeah, food resources, food vendors that's giving out because of this situation that's going on. And
Hmm.
always look for your local folks. You know what I mean? Holla at your churches, holla at your council people, holla at your alder
All
people.
your community
You know what I
resources
mean? So
are
all
at your disposal.
yeah, they at your disposal and you could use them whenever you want to because they're your resources for you. So once you get that in your power, just go ahead. Well, understanding that power rather, and go ahead and enforce that. So yeah, there's resources out there for everyone. So go and check into that moving forward.
Yep. That's the key. And remember, good people, if you won't take care of yourself, who will?
Who? Who?
Who?
Who?
And that's what that's really the underlying current of the point is now that you know that these benefits that you have had, that these resources that were available to you can be snatched and taken away at any moment, you now have to move differently. If you're wise and intelligent, you will move differently. Partially because you know that that shit can go. So that means now you have to live according to a code of self development,
Mm-hmm.
getting yourself able to
Mm-hmm.
sustain yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that can be as simple as, if it's a bunch of y'all in a building, you know, all of y'all in that building can get together and form a garden.
Yeah,
You'd be
absolutely.
surprised how a well taken care of garden over the summer, spring, summer into
Can
fall
actually flourish.
could flourish. And right now, you'd be fine with food.
Yeah, you'll be good.
You'd be good. You'd have your
You'll be
leafy
good.
vegetables. You'd have your
Yeah.
beans. You'd have
Your
your
season, your
tomatoes.
spices, you
Yeah,
know
you'd
what I
have your
mean?
herbs. You'd have
Yeah.
everything you need
I
on the
heard
most
lemons,
basic
I
level.
heard cucumber, like all types of shit,
Yeah,
man. You could
shit is
just
popping.
put your faith and your love energy into it and then see what happens. You creating life. So, just go ahead and do that shit because we got the
Do
power
that shit,
to do that shit, man. You grow anything
and there's no
and
excuses
there's
anymore.
no excuses because you
Now
get
you
the
can
lamps, you
mm-hmm,
could get the indoor joints, you could
do
do
whatever you
outdoor,
gotta
you
do.
could do it. So
Yeah, you can even if you don't have outdoor land that you can get a hold of
yeah, you
immediately,
could do
you
some
can do it
indoor
indoors.
joints. You can do it.
You can make some decisions, and
Yeah,
that's where we are right now. Make the decision.
right.
Now that
Right.
we know you not, it's not promised. Nothing is promised.
Nothing is promising. We shouldn't be dependent on that anyway.
Yeah, we can't
You
be
know what I
dependent upon
mean?
people
Yeah,
who
because
designed to
it
oppress.
designed to oppress and it's giving you a crutch and a privilege to not to be truly free of who you are. You still under the stamp. You still getting paid by a system by this date. You know what I mean? Like, go out and abundance is for everyone. That's our God given right. And that's that book we was reading, How to Play the game and how to play it or whatever. You know what I mean? And that's about manifesting. That's about taking the rights that's naturally your human, God given or universe given like gift. You know what I mean? It's like you play a video game. You got your suits and shit that the game gave you. You know what I mean? This is the shit that's yours. You can use it anytime. You can just focus and manifest whatever the fuck you want, bro.
That's your freedom. Now you need to
That's
exercise
real
that
freedom.
freedom through the liberty of your efforts,
Yep.
and that will produce the results that you desire.
Yep.
If you without food, this is definitely, if you come back out of this and all you do is go right back into that system with no alternatives to sustain yourself, whatever comes after is on you, fam.
Or just spending your money recklessly anyway, giving your money back to them, buying these materialistics that's unnecessary to get at this time. You know what I mean? And just because the the fire is squashed.
And you know me, I ain't been shopping like for
Yeah,
real. Like,
yeah,
I'm a shopper. I like to look good, I like to dress good, I like to smell good, and I like to eat good.
yeah.
And I
Ain't
ain't doing
nothing
that.
wrong with that. Ain't
Yep.
nothing wrong with the because just living. It's
Mhm.
luxury style living.
Yep. And
I
I work
still
hard for
I
it.
still like comics. I get my comics. I still
Yeah.
like a few figures.
I'm fight man,
I
I'm
get my
fighting over
figures.
that. They got a Robotech. They got that new 40th anniversary Voltron.
Yeah, I saw that. I
I was
saw the
fighting.
Robotech
I
he's
was
talking
the
about.
Robotech. Yeah, they
Yeah,
that fighting
it's a
it.
whole. I haven't had one of those.
Man, them
I
is
still.
complicated. Those when you talk about transforming,
Yeah,
them Robotech figures when they go from Veritech to drone and like they
yeah,
switch.
and then the hand, yeah, the hybrid. I call
Yeah,
it.
the hybrid form, like where
Yeah,
it's like it's like
half
legs and
shit.
arms
Yeah,
sticking out of an
arms. Oh my
airplane.
god, that's crazy design.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I'm
was on
going to get
something.
one of them. I'm
So
going to get.
I'm fighting that, man. I'm fighting all the good fights of trying to
Well,
be
I'm
more
still
fiscally
enjoying my life
responsible.
though. I mean,
100%.
what I mean? It's not like, it's just total black cloud. I mean, you gotta live your
You
life,
got to balance
dude.
it, but
You gotta balance it out, man. Just don't be frivolous out here.
be fiscally responsible. Like treat
Yeah.
your life
Once
treat your life like a
everything is
business.
tight and yeah, you good, you got that overcap, then all right, go ahead
Yeah,
and
go splurge a
treat
little bit.
yourself. You
I
gotta
mean, you
treat
got to treat
yourself in
yourself.
this time because it's just so much dreariness that's going on everywhere. Then you could really put yourself in a very low energy state, and that's what they want you at a low
They
vibration. And
want you
that's
in
why I
fear.
say what I say: keep your head up, meditate. You know what I mean? Keep your spirits and your energy level high. Get your chakras open and all that shit in the line and open because that's what they want us to do. They want us in this low fearful state so they could
Easily
it's easier to
control us.
manipulate. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? It's easier to manipulate. Read these books out here. And you understand all of that, you can't even put yourself in these moods because it's like, all right, they Cobra Commander for real out here, man. They trying to
Yeah. The circumstances, see,
don't be
there's
cattle, man. Don't be cattle. Don't be no sheep. Don't be no cattle, man. Just wake the fuck up and
And stand
you
on your square.
recognize where you at, stand on your square, and use these resources and opportunities that the universe set for you, and you'll be a better person. Straight up. All right.
100%, man.
All right.
100%. And on that note,
I want no one sounding like me on no album. No.
and that's the fly nerd way. We always talk about that. That's the fly nerd way. At the end of the day, we were just talking about this, how the fly is the most highest, the supreme most high
Yeah.
fly, be fly. And then the nerd, that's intelligence. So fly nerd group is supreme intelligence of the mind.
High intelligence, supreme intelligence. What the fuck? Yeah,
Don't
that's the fuck we own.
don't fuck around. Like,
Don't fuck around, man. Hey, we say supreme intelligence and just started cursing our ass off.
hey, the science says, the behavioral scientists, the scientists say that the most intelligent people are more expressive with vulgarity.
But yeah, that's true.
It's
That's true. I
true.
read
And
that.
it has to do with the way we're like, we have so much information. Sometimes you just gotta break it down
Got
simple.
flip flop
And I
farts and
add a
filth.
motherfucker so you ignorant niggas hear me. You know what I'm saying? That was a classic line too when she
That was a
dropped that.
classic.
She
Lauren,
had some bars.
she had bars, but
And the
I
flow
don't.
was nasty.
Uh,
I'm
I
talking
feel
before she
some
went
way.
solo. I'm talking specifically
Yeah, but when she
the
went
Fuji
solo,
La era.
okay,
That second, I mean, the first album she was spitting too, but that second album,
that was solid work.
she was
That was
going
that was
in.
it. Yeah, that was the album that tipped it over because
Yeah.
it had to be. It had to be based off the circumstances. Wyclef was cool too, but if it
Wyclef
was just like
freestyled
him and
everything.
Pras, yeah, yeah. If it was just like him and Pras,
That
that
wouldn't
shit
have
would
worked.
have
Nah, that wouldn't have worked. It took that diversity, and often because of Lauryn Hill's post success, people don't think about the Fugees that much. Like the Fugees and Diggable Planets, that was a
mm,
very innovative concept at the time.
it was. It
Throwing a
was.
single female in a rap group with two dudes, like that was like Reverse Three's Company type shit.
That's true. But it worked. It worked because you get the dynamics of the trio. That was a trio.
The
It
good old
wasn't too
days.
many trios either. You know what I
Nah,
mean? So, you have the energy, you have the lyricists, and then you have maybe the
the
party
backup, I
person, the
call
backup.
it.
Yeah, party
Well,
person
yeah, in
backup.
terms of the Fugees, he was backup.
Yeah, he was backup.
But in terms of like Diggable, he was like Doodlebug was both the producer and he had lyrics.
He had lyrics.
He
And
had
see,
lyrics.
that was a different dynamic then. So it's like
He
two
was more like
lyrics,
a battle rapper, and
three
then
lyrics. Yeah.
what you call it? Ish was the smooth flower. Like he just had style. Like
Yeah,
he
he
would just
has
come with
super
so much
style.
flavor.
And still do, man. He's a very eclectic person, man,
Yeah,
and very cool and down to earth, man. All of them are actually. I mean,
hundred
I met
percent.
them several times. Shout out to K Max.
And they're
But
touring, but ain't released a new album, which is very interesting. They've been
should
touring
they?
for a
I
couple
don't
for
think
some
they have to.
years. No, they
I
don't
don't
have
think
to,
they
but
have.
it wouldn't. I mean, it don't hurt. I mean,
It
if you
don't
touring
hurt.
like that, if you touring like that in the name of that group and it's selling and you getting your tickets sold, and it don't hurt to put a new product to that. They not past that stage
If
unless
if they
there's
want
some
to, if they
contractual
want to,
ties.
I just say if they want to. If you want to do that, then do it. You ain't got to. Because you don't want to taint your legacy and stuff. And sometimes,
You mean, yeah? I'm not even gonna mention no names right now. Like half of New York. Sorry. Did I say that?
oh, dun. Hey, Master P and No Limit had a versus.
Yeah, that was I still haven't watched it, and respectfully, I just haven't. Number one, I was over the verses already before,
Yeah, that shit is crazy. But no, shout out to Master P. You know what I
I mean,
mean?
both of them have a strong legacy with entrepreneurship
Yeah.
and their own labels and really snapping. Like, I mean, they was heavy hitters musically at the time.
I mean, if you think about it, you produce and manufacture the album every month. Like,
That's what I'm saying. They had
yeah,
so many
it was.
records. Like, you think West Side be putting their music out. Vic
Yeah,
Spencer put music out.
yeah.
Them
These
dudes,
guys.
I was like, I
ever.
remember because I'd be like, oh, I'm on this. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody got two more records. Like, where the
Yeah, it's like, oh shit.
I'm still trying to digest this mixtape over here, and it's a whole album over here.
So was that the start of oversaturation? Though?
Nah, because for them it worked because they created their own industry in their region.
Okay.
And I think that that's important to understand. That when we talk about the South was not allowed into the industry that was established as West Coast, East Coast, meaning New York or LA.
Right, right.
You was either over there, you was
Same
over
as
there.
Chicago, or same as
Yeah, we was put
a lot
out.
of other places that wasn't in these two major cities.
We weren't a part of the industry, and they didn't want us in the industry except
Philly
as
and New
consumers.
Jersey had problems. So
Yeah, they right there, and they had the issues. So when a particular group of people say, we'll just build our again, we're back to that same thing. If you don't want to feed me and let me eat over here, then let
yeah,
me go over
eat
here and
the
feed
rich.
myself.
Nah.
You know what I'm
Boy,
saying?
eat the rich.
But but that's what they did. They became the rich. They built their own industry,
Right.
and they became their own juggernauts. They became kings.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. This is the only time period where everybody can be a king because it ain't never been like that before.
And this is a good time to be in. I mean, a lot of people was tripping over rap not on the billboards and shit. Nah, that's good news to
Good,
me. That's good news
good.
to
Let's
me,
go
nigga.
clandestine.
Yeah,
You
that's
got to
good
earn them
news. That
stripes.
means because all we've been talking about rap every time we've been on this year, we talked about some new album. So man, I
Hmm.
don't care what's on the boards. If you listening to billboards for your music advice, then you a sheep
You
clone
ain't really, yeah,
anyway. Get the
exactly. You
fuck
ain't
out of
really
here.
conscious of
You know
the
what I
real
mean? Get
culture.
the fuck out of here. Yeah, the coach is popping. So I don't. That's good news to me. It's like now we at the
Where
future
the
underground.
accessibility is gone. Like so
Yeah,
now, the
yeah.
outsiders who capitalize off of it, who do the TikToks, who do all the exploitation, can't access it.
Industry influence, no corporation influence, no sponsorship influence. So everything that come out is from the heart and it's retrieved that way. And,
Yeah,
and
heart
that's
to
how
heart,
we keep it
the
moving. You know what I
transmission.
mean? And that's how hip hop was started, and that's how it's going. And that's why that culture will never die because of the heart. You know what I mean? It'll still keep flowing. It's niggas like us that still work and do things in our culture and keep it thriving. We preserve our shit because this is what we came up with. This is what we came up on. And why not, nigga? We doing it. We doing it.
And
Success.
and with that said, shout out to Fillmore Green and
Sir.
friends.
Yeah. Fillmore and friends. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Fillmore had
All
his
the
joint.
guys. All the guys.
Yeah, everybody, almost everybody. There was a lot of people there. There was a
Yeah,
lot
it
of people
was.
on stage. Shout out to all the individuals. My particular highlight of the night was Rufus Sims and Jay Hayes.
Okay.
Shout out to them. They put on. I really liked their performance. Not just that they could spit, and not just that they would do the music, but they put on a really good performance. And I like the interaction with the crowd. I like the message of the things that they were saying. Rufus is that dude. Like I respect what he did. So yeah, we're gonna have to holler at you, Rufus.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Roof. We
gonna get
gotta
you. We
get
gonna
you in
get you in the trap in a
get you in
minute.
the
So
booth, Roof. Yeah, get you in
yeah.
the trap, Roof. So nah, that's one of my highlights is Roof. When I got there, it was really dope. I got there a little bit late, so I
You
missed
came
the
during the
beat
beat
battle.
battle? Oh, you missed it. Yeah.
I came right after the beat battle. So pretty much I saw the Chicago performances and stuff like that. So I know there was performances before, so I totally missed
Correct.
out. I missed Freddie. I missed a lot of acts, a few acts that started at the beginning. I missed GLC. But
Yeah.
all this, that's what I'm saying. I'm throwing out these names. It was
It was a
thick
lot of
in
people.
there. It was a lot of people there. A lot of people that I seen. Shout out to Rel and Larnell from Easily Offended Podcast. They was the first people I shook up with. Shout out to Cool Out Chris and Amina. Saw them.
Hmm.
Shout out to Uncle Vinny, man. Uncle
Yeah,
Vinny.
Uncle Vinny. Cousin Vinny,
Uh,
man. You said
cause my
Uncle Vinny.
cousin, hey, cause he was looking like Uncle
Yeah, he was
Vinny,
looking
like
like
he
Uncle
was
Vinny. He
looking
was a
like an
little
Uncle Vinny,
he was a
my
little
cousin
unked out
Vinny.
that day. But I
Man,
mean,
I saw him, man. He had his coat on, he had his pea coat on, his little hat,
he was
looking
debating.
like
He
Pendleton
had one
Bear
foot
and
out the
shit.
door. He was like, hey, he was one foot out the door. But no, shout out him. Backpack
Oh
Beats,
man,
the whole squad, like them producers up
yeah,
there was throwing the fire out.
yeah.
And no, it was flavor. It was flavor. I appreciate Fillmore's efforts. I appreciate the turnout. That was decent. It was healthy for
And
the
I
culture.
appreciate Rashid Hadi. He was the sound provider for the whole event.
Man was
You know what I
working.
mean? He was working the boards, he was working the sounds. Shout out to Hadi. He even got some mic time. He did a couple songs and shit. Shout out to Vic Spencer. He was up there showing out.
It was a
Got
lot of
caught,
people.
got body or two. You know what I mean? Shout out to yeah, pretty much a lot of people, man.
All the
All
who's
the
who
folks.
of the
But
scene
Rufus Sims said something that stuck to my head, which was
stuck to your
funny.
ribs.
Even though the show had to proceed, but he was like, "Yo, we need to get off the dick of these New York outside niggas because we got enough talent and skills at home. That's it. That's all we need."
Nothing
I
else to say.
concur.
Nothing
I
else to say.
concur. I concur. And no disrespect to any other city, but this was a Chicago showcase. This was a Chicago show. This was a show that was homegrown, that was thrown for Chicago, and Chicago came through and held it down. That's all we could do.
Chicago did their
Yeah,
thing.
they did their thing. So,
Salute to the gods.
yeah, salute to the guys, no disrespect to nobody else. But I just want to report you know, what was it about? Thorough, then who was just there and just to name dropping shit. Nah, it was culture. It was Chicago culture. And this is scene. You know what I mean? This one of the scenes,
Yeah,
and
this is this. Well, Chicago's a big place,
yeah, it's a big place. So there's a
and
lot of
so
things going on. So you could center this hip hop activity with these heavy acts. It's
yeah,
going to make some noise.
and
So
and and I support all that. I support all of them. Like everybody up there did their thing. Everybody up there is an MC. Um, Chicago don't we do our best to not breed rappers. You know what I'm saying? We strive to be more than rappers, and I think that's an important message to continuously convey.
yeah, yeah,
Rappity rapping, who cares? Where's your personality? You know what I'm saying? Who are you? You know what I'm
right,
saying? What's your life like? Like, let's put that in your songs. Let's
right,
add that to your cadre of discussions in your lyrics.
yeah.
Like, let's get into some real shit because the other shit been there,
We
done
want to
that.
know your story. We want to know your story. Yeah.
Hundred
We want to know
percent.
your story and what you got to add to the culture. And we just want to hear where you're from. And once we get into that's why we do what we do. And that's why it's so important that we do what we do because we're the cloth. You know what I mean? We're cut from the same cloth and we
100%.
know that telling your story and is important in general. So that's why we here, man. And shout out to everybody. Flies on the wall will be progressing next year. And
Season
yeah, we
2.
season two, we cooking up some shit for y'all. So now we good.
It's the wisdom
Just
season for real.
yeah, just be patient. Be patient, everybody. Be
For
patient.
everything. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of things on the fire. We've been hinting at them. We've been talking a little bit about them, but when they appear, you know what I'm saying?
Be there. Just be
Just
available,
just
dude.
know
Just be
because
available,
it's
dude. That's all we gotta do.
Chicago fire shit.
Shout out to Inglewood Barbie. I had met her recently. I did some photo work with her at this Gallerine event. With Pam Blackman. It's
Hmm.
pretty dope. GQ was there, a few other familiar faces. The mayor was there, so it was good to see just Chicago community just doing things. You know what I mean? Celebrating each other.
Hmm.
That's important. And during these times, make sure everyone get the flowers they deserve. And it is what it is. Shout out to my brother Squid G, Ghetto DVD. His birthday is this week, so giving him a super birthday shout out. So
Word,
all
word.
right.
So let me tell you about an event that I went to.
Uh-huh.
So I was at Blur's Underground with Chauncey. Me and Chauncey pulled up on the Blur's up there.
Word.
Blur's Underground is a comic book
Shout out to
store.
them.
It's a dope comic book store. It's owned by Michael Davis and Marcel Kirk. And
Okay.
some cool brothers, you know what I'm saying? So salute them. They do their thing and it's a very it's a dope spot. They have bourbon and books. It's a night where, you go in there, you sip a little bourbon, talk comics and, all the cool things that, us nerds are into.
Word.
And that store is what I call their mouthpiece and their their subject matter expert is Kevin Miller. You know, shout out to Kevin Miller. Um,
Shout out to Mr. Miller.
yeah, he's
He
a dope
These are
brother, man.
followers, and they follow the Fly Nerd group, and we support them as well. So whenever we can, so yeah, shout out to them.
So the next event I recommend, like
Oh
if y'all
wait,
don't
what
have
was
nothing to
this
do,
event? Because I know you was
it's called
there.
Bourbon and Books. That's what I
Bourbon
was saying.
Books.
Bourbon and Books is they sit and they have some bourbon out,
Hmm.
and then we sip, we play, we talk comics, we do Q&As. You know, we have all types of interactive social activities going on, and if you really want to see, you know, the showcase of some things, Kevin did a dope diatribe where he and the rest of the team up there where they talked about recommended comic books for
That
us.
was really dope.
And so if you want to see that, just go to either one of my Instagram or my Facebook, and check it out, because if you want to see what they're about and understand the dynamics, they are unapologetically black. I appreciate
Hmm.
that. They are unapologetically nerd. I appreciate
Hmm.
that. And they know they shit. You know what I'm saying? They definitely fam. They cut from the same cloth. So I will be frequenting more of their events, and there are more coming because I think they do books and bourbon and similar events often. This one was at the comic book store, but my understanding is later this month there is another event that they're doing somewhere at a spot in Evergreen Park. So
Oh, okay.
I got to get more information on that. And then, but if you go to their Blur's Underground Instagram or any of their website, wherever, the
Yeah.
tickets go on sale. They usually charge them like it's a 40 bucks.
$40 holla.
Yeah, so but you get to sip on some bourbon and have some good camaraderie with some A likes in the nerd culture. So, where can you go wrong with that? You know,
Right.
drinks and things.
Drinks and things.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about.
Yeah. So nah, I fucked with them, and they got a very dope black catalog of like books in general. You know what I mean? A lot of black authors, black illustrators that I didn't even know. Yeah, like that Blackula, you got it. Yeah, I need to get myself a copy of that because I didn't even know some of these books even existed.
Hey, shout out Count Dooku.
Count Dooku.
They had dropped the project Count Dooku and original Super Legend.
Awesome buck. Buck
Awesome,
awesome.
Buck Awesome, Buck
Awesome.
Awesome,
Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome Buck.
Awesome bucks.
Yeah.
Awesome bucks.
Nah, they
But
dropped a dope project and it's a good listen. So check that out too.
as usual, shout out to Super Sounds. Yeah, they dropped something dope. Yeah,
But
man.
nah, if you know Count Dooku, you know why this made me think. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Okay.
Oh shit. So now, yeah, they got tons of black books and tons of just stuff that I didn't even know existed. So it's
Yeah,
always
they
good to
they in
have.
that world.
Yeah, it's always good to have that resource where you could just go and get some totally different pickups than you would at your average comic book store because you be looking for the regular DC Marvel shit, but this shit got totally independent vibe and tons of dope books that you need to be reading anyway. That's not in these stores. So that's why we always say support your local because you can run up in there and find some different reads that
Yeah,
totally
you
different
got
vibe. And
to.
then you going there for a different fix. Like, all right, I'm going over here get the black books. You
And
know
they
what I
got
mean?
everything. I mean, because
Yeah,
they don't skimp on the Marvel and DC either.
right. And
They
you
don't
gotta
skip
stop
on
shitting on
anything.
the absolute universe too, man. You gotta stop shitting on that,
I
man.
don't say nothing about the absolute
Yeah, yes
universe
you
no
do,
more.
man.
No
Yes you
more.
do,
I'm
man.
good. I
You
mean,
shitting on it, man.
it's a little weird. That Joker is still weird. I need to understand, but I'm waiting to see what the point of it is. Where is it going to go?
Ain't no point, man. The point is Omega
Just
level
chaos.
disaster. It's Omega level disaster.
Just chaos for
And
chaos sake with
yeah, you
Batman
just
in it.
watch it. What you read comic books for? For no, you read it for the chaos and
And this delivers, huh?
enjoy it while it's here because ain't no telling how they're going to end it and all that shit. People may be mad about it or whatever, but I think it's a dope story. Like I said, Scott Snyder is a very
I
prolific
respect him.
writer. He's been writing for Batman, regular Batman, for years.
Huh.
You know, he did Death of the Family and all that type of shit. The
Mm-hmm.
Joker when he peeled his face off
Yeah,
and
that shit's.
staple it back on his face and shit. Janitor Joe Joker, you know what I mean? The owls and all that shit.
Yeah,
So Scott Snyder been writing for Batman. So I trust his pen. I trust where he's going with it.
yeah. I'll get into it
And it's
afterwards.
still Wonder Woman. It's still Superman. It's a Flash Ultimate. I mean, Absolute. So they building a whole little.
Absolute Lantern is now showing up too, right?
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I've heard about it. So I mean, I've been paying attention to it from a distance. I have not read it myself yet, but I'm gonna wait only because for some types of series I like to wait because I can't read everything issue by issue. That I don't have enough time for that.
Okay,
So
I
some
feel you.
things I wait until the story arc is done and then I grab the
And then you go
volumes.
and get the paperback. I got
Yep.
you.
Because
And that's a good. I used to do that too. I think I'm going to start doing that too.
for
Just
some stories,
for some stories, it deserves the full. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like I
that's
do that with some killing the children. Some killing the children. You know?
yeah, and ain't that's now spawned a spin-off story as well, right?
Sir, it's spawned a spin-off story, and they working on a deal to do a live
Yikes.
action series. So that's gonna be
Yikes.
dope.
Okay.
Also, shout out to Skybound. Hey man,
Still
trans
going.
yeah, still going. Transformers and GI Joe is working on the anime. Robert Kirkland producing it, so it may be on the Amazon, and they say it's going to be on the level of Invincible, like the adult content and shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, let's. I mean, I'm actually. Yeah, I don't have anything to say against it. I don't have any problems with it. I just want them to do it
yeah.
because there's a couple of things that are just been promised that still haven't come out yet. And so I don't know if it because it takes a long time or if these things don't make it from development hell into production, whatever it is. So I'm hoping similar to like Transformers 1, which I thought was good.
I thought it was good too, but
I mean,
based off,
they did a bad job with marketing.
but see, that's why I think this is a Skybound deal. So it's not like this Paramount or any movie deal like that. So
So
they
it's
did
Hasbro
bad marketing
Skybound
because they pushed it like it was a kids movie, and then it ended up
having
not
some
really
mature
doing that.
content all of
Yeah,
a
it has
sudden.
some real good mature content in it, and actual some of the real origin of Megatron, the origin story of
Of
how
Prime, yeah,
of Prime and all of that stuff. So it was actually sticking to the root of the nature.
yeah,
It just marketed wrong. Yeah,
yeah. Because on in the commercials and in the trailers, it was nothing but goofiness.
yeah, just goofy shit. So it's like I'm good, and people. Hey, Transformer fans skeptical, man. We ain't. I'm still trying to play War for Cybertron. I'm over here trying to
Yeah, right.
find how to download and hack a system just to play a fucking video game, man. So
the
nah, man.
The problem is the old heads that are responsible for the business side of things. They still are of the mind that this is for kids,
Yeah,
and so Skybound reminded people, any story you can think of can be mature or immature. It could
and
be for children or
yeah,
adults.
it
You
could
just
be
got
for
to write
children.
it.
But y'all did this for children for so long. Let's take it back because these fans are adults now.
Yeah, we were kids
So
once upon a time,
yeah,
but that was a
so
long time ago.
it was a long time ago.
G1
So
is ancient.
yeah, very much so. You look at that shit now, you be like, damn, I used to like this shit. But
Hey,
yeah,
listen. Yep.
hey, I do, still do. So um, and just
Speaking of,
Transformers in general is just dope. I was watching some things on YouTube with people reacting to the movie, the actual '86 movie, and people's like, damn, this was violent and action based from start to finish. It's
100%.
like it doesn't stop. It was like, yeah, it didn't.
It does not
It,
stop.
it doesn't stop.
Motherfuckers getting murked
Like you
left.
killed the
Cannons to the
protagonist to the
left.
left.
Cannons to the right. Like just, man, fist to cuffs. Literally testing they metal. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a show. And then, speaking of things that are action from beginning to end,
Let's get into
Predator fucking Badlands.
Hey, so wait, before we get into that,
Woo!
let's just get into this real. Just I want to get into. All right,
Man,
the Aliens Predator franchise was picked up by Fox. It was Fox, right? It's
it
picked
was
up by
always Fox.
Disney. So Disney got this shit, and now People say it's being Disneyfied,
They
but
full of shit.
they full of shit,
That
man.
whole
Disney.
Disneyfied thing is so old.
And if it is, it's business, right? So they get in the universe. They have a space universe. They put this universe together. I mentioned before, there's Alien versus Avengers comic books that's actually pretty good. Hickman is writing that. There's some Predator versus Spider-Man, Predator versus Wolverine books that's out. Aliens versus the Marvel Universe. These books are out. So this is what they're doing. They're unifying this shit. So before we get into Predator Badlands, why don't we it's long waited overdue, man. Let's talk about the alien Earth, man, because this
Yeah,
blows
yeah, we could talk about that because now that the hype is gone and all the blah blah blahs and the woo-ha's are done,
we could dissect this
we
shit.
can we can really get into this conversation.
Yeah. So
So Alien Earth is, man, that was a breath of fresh air for me. Like, remember, I was underwhelmed by Alien Romulus
yeah, you are.
for a lot of
I
different
liked it,
reasons.
but yeah, he
It was not, it didn't hit because it was the same old, right? And it's
it
like, how
was
many
shot
times?
differently and well, and it was
No,
all
it
right.
was that's the director of photography. That's the production side. But
Yeah.
story wise, how many times is some idiots gonna get on a ship and get attacked by an alien?
Well,
And
that happened on both premises. It's just how you tell the
what
story,
well,
right?
no, but see, it didn't know. That's my thing.
Nah. That ship on Alien Earth was filled with
But
imbeciles.
no, but it was intentional. The Earth, the alien Earth, they
Nah.
went out and captured those species of aliens. That's
So
the
let's
start
get
of it.
into it.
So
So,
it's a
all right,
unique concept. So you
difference
start with the
of
ship.
Badland and Aliens Earth is all right. They sending it's okay. Well, let's go. Start with the
So
ship. Go
let's
ahead.
start with Alien Earth.
Okay.
Alien Earth it's a refreshing concept where we're now getting into the corporations, to the
Okay.
five corporations that are running the world. There are no governments anymore.
Nah.
There are sections of the earth that are controlled by corporations, these mega quadruple, I don't even know if there's a term for the amount of money that
Was
these
it
people
top
have.
five? Some people said it's like Apple, Google, Amazon, Meta, and
Yeah, that's
another group.
exactly it. It's pretty much a mirror of the real world and what they call that the corporate stocracy or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, these stories, this idea, this concept of the corporation running the world, this go back to the original Blade Runner. This go
Absolutely.
back to remember RoboCop with Detroit going bankrupt and being purchased by OCP.
Now,
And
since
so
you brought RoboCop up, RoboCop,
yeah.
man, they some assholes,
What you
dude. So how you get fired? You get killed on your job. You don't, and instead of workman comp, they bring you back to life.
wait a minute? You get killed on the job, you supposed to get workman comp?
Well, I don't know, some type of compensation. You
Oh
get
yeah.
injured on the job, and they bring you back to life with no workman comp. I would
You
rather
gotta read
say,
the fine print. You
and
signed a
you a cop
contract.
24/7.
Yeah,
So
you
you
and you had a
working.
family that you don't even get to go back to
They brought you back to life to be a worker
without your permission.
without your permission. God damn, RoboCop.
Yeah, that was Paul Verhoeven is a nut. Paul Verhoeven is intense.
So
But
yeah,
yeah,
all right.
so Alien Earth, it starts with with this ship. Again, it's a Wayland ship, Wayland
Wailing,
Yutani ship,
you tiny, yeah,
and there's a synthetic on board and or half human, a
yeah,
cyborg. It's a
yeah.
cyborg.
Cyborg,
First
cyborg.
time in the Alien series that
And
we've
let's
ever
get
seen
into
this.
that because he was a worker too, and these contracts they were signing, I didn't even understand the math of it. He has a family, and he was going to work to get some money for the family,
So,
but
cause
you gotta
you
do a
got to work it
60-year
off.
deal. A
So
60-year
the
what's this,
because
space
that's all there is
time?
to do. If you live in a Wayland Utani Corporation settlement or colony, then you got to work for them to live. They don't give you cash. You work, and it's like Star Trek. You work for the Federation in exchange for your livelihood, and everything is provided for you.
So these are lifetime contracts, like 60 years. Is that equivalent to like 60 years human time, or is it space
N-
time, or
Well, nah, because it takes that long to travel from point A to point B. That's what the whole thing
there we
with
go.
Ripley. She
Okay.
had a daughter that, she knew she, but she got to go work. You know what I'm saying? You got to go work. And where you work, you go out in space on a ship for Wayland Utani and do some dumb shit for him to bring back some stupid ass aliens. You know, that's the whole point. And this is what this show exposed. This
Okay.
show exposed that every single time they went in space, it was not accident. They have
Mm.
finally, remember I said how dumb it was that they kept ending up in these situations. This show revealed that it was by design. The
Yep.
Wayland Utani Corporation was always intentionally sending these mofos to these situations, hoping that they get infected by an egg so that they can bring back a
So
xenomorph.
they bring back the species. So the
Hmm.
species is the top priority.
That's
The
always
product
that's
is
the
what they
only
want.
mission. Everything
Yeah,
else is
what they
secondary.
want. So my man
That's
Morrow, he was on the board. He was on the ship. He's head of security. He's security, Craig. He's security,
yeah, he top
Craig.
flight.
Yeah, top flight. So he stood on business the whole rip. They waking this nigga out his slumber. We got a problem. What the hell? What's
And he
going
jump
on?
up in his underwear. He's like,
Yeah,
"You
in
gonna
his
get dressed?"
underwear.
The
He
fuck
been
you just
asleep
said
for
it was a
3 months.
fire.
So how long you sleep? You sleep for 3 months? He was
You
asleep for 3 months.
remember in most of the movies they sit there in those sleeping chambers for the long trip because that preserves
Oh,
their life.
so
Suspended
that preserves
animation.
the life. Okay, so there you
That's
go.
for the flight
So,
travel. That's why
so
they
he
got
got
these
one sock
contracts.
on, his drawers on. He's trying to give out commands and shit. He like, man, what the fuck y'all doing around here? Can't be having sex on the ship, lady. You know what I mean? So all this,
Random ass shit, right?
all this shit started
And
hitting
that
him.
was random as well,
Yeah,
because
and I
like
was like,
it's
what the
alien
hell?
problems. And
Alien
but I gotta talk
problem.
to you about this dumb shit.
That dumb shit. Someone sabotaged the ship. So now he trying to find a saboteur. And yeah, man, this
And
my
meanwhile, you get
guy.
these smart ass collected alien species trying
Yeah,
to escape and
trying to
trying to work
escape.
their angles to get
Yeah,
free. And
but one of them
that's
did
the
escape,
fun.
which was the
That's
xenomorph
no, first the bugs.
or the bugs.
The
Yes, yeah,
bugs escape, which is what starts the whole process.
and that.
Then the saboteur escape, like sets the egg free,
Yep,
which allows for a face hugger to get somebody. That's how the
yep,
xenomorph come out.
yep. And that's what happened. So
And
my
thus
man.
crashing the ship intentionally
Yeah, crashing the ship intentionally. So
into
all
the
this
boy
was an
geniuses
inside job. Yeah, all this was an inside job to saboteur this collective mission.
to get
So
a hold of those alien species.
yeah, so shout out to Merrill, the real actor. He said he studied a lot of Dark Knight, the Joker, Heath Ledger version, and you could tell because he was doing a lot of eye acting
Yes, he
with his
was.
character. When he was doing those studies and on the videos and stuff, and he's staring off the camera, that's eye acting. And that's funny because my mom had picked that out, pointed that out in Dark Knight when he was talking to the goons at the table. She was like, dude, that dude don't even have to say a word. His eyes is speaking the intensity of how violent he could, like, you see the intensity there. And a lot of people act with their eyes, was really dope. So shout out to him. But Merrill was my guy because he was on the case, man. He was on the case. And another aspect of like the corporations, it was all right. So
Go ahead.
these children, right? The
The
children,
Lost Boys.
the lost boys. Um, yeah, they getting unfortunate children that have, life threatening diseases and giving them offer of immortality, so to speak, really. Doing the things where they could transfer human souls, memories and everything into a synth body. So this some anime shit. This some old shit right
They're
here
finally
where it
digging
was
in.
like, oh my gosh, now this is a
They're
whole
finally digging in.
totally different. And that brings a morality question. Would you sign up for this? Like, dude who sabotaged the ship, he was going for that prize. He wanted his soul to be injected into a synth, but they didn't have, I don't think the technology was good enough to get adults yet. So they had to use children because their stasis is still at a normal rate. I think if you do a human, I mean, an older adult, it probably won't work well.
Well,
But
they haven't done it yet. Experimentation, the minds of a child are simpler, therefore
yeah,
easier
basically,
to
yeah,
transfer. There's a lot more complexity in a
yeah,
mature adult mind. So
right,
they said, let's do the children first. And they experimented with children who were already terminally ill.
right. So
And Wendy was the first.
Wendy.
Wendy was the first.
Hey, yo, they could do a whole spinoff about
I
Wendy,
mean,
and
this
I
is it.
am
This is it.
there.
This is
I
all about
am
Wendy.
there. Wendy is dope. So she was the first. Now she got a cyborg body. She could jump off buildings. She could do where she could run faster, strength. You got this super dope body, and a lot of mechanical telekinesis as well. She could
Well,
control.
uniquely to her, which they don't know why.
Well, I think she just understood the codes and things, man. And yeah, she was controlling cameras, controlling surveillance, controlling the whole operative system at a certain point. That was all at her fingertips, literally. So and she understood the whole shebang, right? So she was a kid, but she got mature
Well, she
through
was out
time.
there. Oh, she was out there
Yeah,
alone longer, and she spent a lot of time with Kirsch, who's my
yeah.
favorite character on the show.
Kirsch. He was
Kirsch
your
is my
favorite?
guy. Kirsch was my favorite.
Why?
Kirsch was number one, the nod to Roy Batty from Blade Runner with
There you
with the
go.
platinum hair
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole. But then at the same time, like he just like Roy Batty was, he was so cool, calm, and collected, and you knew he was always calculating.
Mm-hmm.
He was always calculating, how do I adhere to the commands of this idiot boy who think he's smarter than
Boy
me.
Cavalier. Yeah, Boy
And you think
Cavalier.
this guy is smarter than me, but he's not. And so I have to
Yeah,
obey
he had
you.
some Boy Cavalier now. Don't trip.
No,
Now, when
I'm
he
talking about
was
in
sick.
relation to Kirsch. Kirsch was smarter than the boy Cavalier. He just played dumb because he had to. Kirsch didn't see. Kirsch knew that the boy Cavalier, little genius, didn't like nobody. He claims he wants somebody as smart as him, but he never let anyone around him be smarter than him.
Mm.
If you pay attention, every time someone tried to step up to him, he shut them down before they even get a chance.
Now, that was ego.
That's
All of
his
this is
ego.
driven by ego. So,
hmm
yeah, Boy
Kirsch
Cavalier.
Kirsch
Yeah.
was he studied every single person in every single room to the point where he was able to predict everybody's actions before they did them
And
and
he
was
did.
always stand by watching when it happened.
Yeah, he was observing the whole shebang. So when the shit hit the fan, he knew about it,
hmm
and it started when he started studying on that ship. Because when he got on that ship, he started running down the species. He was like, "Oh shit!" He knew right then. It
You got
was
some hit.
yeah,
We got some shit.
and it was like, all right, so I did. Why are we bringing this home? You know what I mean? And all of this shit. Yeah, he was studying and he was grimy too because he let a lot of shit happen, man. Like that
Because
incident
he
in the
was
lab.
curious. He's a scientist. He was curious. So he said,
That
"Well,
dude got the
I really want to
alien,
know what this alien will do to a human. I want to see it."
and that's
But
what
he
it
didn't
was.
have a way to see
But
it.
he didn't have a see it unless it was a probable cause in which
He let it
happened.
happen. That's why
Yeah.
he let what's his name do what he did, which is a whole complex story. These stories in this are very layered
I
and
mean, yeah, so you
very
got souls transferred into hybrid bodies. So these are actual children. So when the hybrids wake up, I mean, when they wake up and shit, they still kids. So they still like shout out to the actors. They are still performing like little kids. And now they're thrown into this space exploration collection, you know what I mean?
well,
Mission.
Wendy threw them into a fucking
Hey,
mission
she was
because
on
of her
some
brother.
whatever
You
she
know what I'm
said.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
cause
she was after her brother. So
but the
she
layers to the story, like you've got their layer, then you got Kirsch's layer,
hmm
then you got Moral's level, then you
hmm
got the corporation's level, then you
hmm
got the different aliens and their agendas, because these
hmm
aren't just aliens. These are like some smart
So
motherfuckers.
you
Like,
would think that the aliens, because that's where I was just, oh, they're just dumb aliens. Aliens stick
nah,
together and all this shit. Hell no. Hell no.
no.
These are different species, different
Eoculus,
groups, different and
T-Oculus, I
look,
mean.
these are intelligent species. So these ain't just dumb. You think it's like ticks and flies and all. No, they have
No,
a
they're just
breathing nature. They
random.
have a way of understanding things, and they was on business. So yeah, that's that part when old girl. she did a little faulty things too. She shouldn't have had them all out there like that. You know what I mean?
Well, no, apparently they knew what they were doing and they have been doing that for a long time because in order to, they collected each one of these species from a different planet. And she had a relationship enough with Teocellus that when that moment was happening with the bugs and he's trying to warn her and she's saying like first she tells her because she called her a she told her to take a picture to last longer. So they had established, you could tell that there was a little bit of we've been doing this for a while, we got a rapport. And she was letting Teocellus hang around because Teocellus is probably the most intelligent thing in that ship. And so
And he cool. She cool. I like
so
her. So
T was just sitting there watching, and she was like, "All right, would you stop staring at me, bro? Like, come on." And
but
then when something go wrong, when the bugs start doing they
she starts
conspiring,
tapping that glass
she's
like,
like,
"Doop,
"Hey,
doop, doop."
do you see what's happening?"
Hey,
And
look.
and you got to think, TR Cellus needing a host body to be really viable and threat and be able to do what it needs to do. It's like, yo, I really want one of y'all as a host so I can, talk to
So
y'all
I'm
and
trying to give y'all some headway.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to protect y'all. I don't because if these bugs get out, we all in danger.
yeah, we
Because
all
probably
fucked
them
up.
bugs will eat it.
Yeah, probably so.
See,
And
so
that's what I'm saying. We didn't know the exchange of the relationship of these different alien species and shit.
right.
You would think, oh, they're just aliens. No, like you said, this from this planet. You don't know how this planet environment, even if they interacted before or some shit, you know what I mean? They may have been enemies from a long time ago or some shit. You never knew.
Or just the simple fact you put an ant in the same room with a spider.
Yeah, and then the ants is going to kill the spider. You think the spider will win, but the ants.
That's the thing. Like these are different species
Yeah.
being and so when they get free and
So
they
these
get free
ticks
because the
nut
bugs
in this woman
outsmarted the
water.
girl.
These bugs nut in this woman water.
Why you guys say it like that?
Cause that's what the fuck they did, man. Don't drink that water. Keep your motherfucking water bottles closed, shut tight in
Oh,
all laboratories, cause you never know what may go off in your water, your
that's
drink,
kind of
your
yeah,
Starbucks.
that's a fact.
You
And
know what
these
I
and
mean?
so this is early on, still on the ship. We only know that Teocellus exists, but we don't really know otherwise it's an eyeball with tentacles. And we see that it's pretty smart.
But
Then we see these bugs, and that's the
yeah.
only thing we know that they got. We know there's some other things, but we ain't seen them do nothing yet.
We seen because when that kid got shot and those ticks went in his head, we never seen that kid again. So there was a couple species that they didn't even check for that was loose. There's a lot of loose activity on this show anyway. I hope they do a season two. I pray they do a season two. But there's a
Well,
lot of open doors to the shits because yeah, then you got a xenomorph going around. And the xenomorph was
it's
definitely,
stalking all the people.
but he was a different type. He wasn't just like
He was
slash and kill.
pissed.
He was stalking these people. He
He was
was
pissed
moving differently. Yeah, he was
because he
on some
had been.
shit.
They caught him full on. He was not an egg. He
Yeah,
saw
he
what
was
the fuck was going on, and he said, "The fuck out of here."
right. Yeah. So man, when he
He
ran
was
into that room with the
slaughtering.
bureaucrats, dude, that mark, like he ran in that room like a dog on the loose. He just let
But see,
them
that's what I'm saying.
ride.
See, so
Oh my god.
we're jumping in that space.
Yeah, I'm
So
sorry. I'm
first
sorry.
on the ship, he just doing what he do, right?
Yeah.
But by the time he gets, because ultimately this is the first unique thing about this. That's the second unique thing. The first unique thing is to getting a peek behind the Wayland Corp and what they really are doing all the time, which is
Right.
trying to gather alien species. The second thing we get a peek behind is the fact that we're now dealing with these alien species. This is the first time in the alien franchise we've been on Earth for real, not
Mhm.
including the alien predator shit. But
Right.
strictly alien, we have never been in like seeing this on Earth. And so he get to Earth, and at this point, he's totally pissed because he know you done kidnapped him.
Mhm.
He know you tried to keep him contained because they did recontain him.
Mhm.
So there's this whole thing where he's just raging
Yeah.
and slaughtering. Like
Yeah.
he's slaughter. Like
He's
you
killing
really
with
see
with
how
purpose.
vicious. Like they're the perfect killer.
Yeah, they are. And that's what showed on this. It was like, yeah, dude, ain't no way.
Hmm.
How could you survive with invasion? Like ain't no way you could do this. They're way more intelligent than you ever seen them in other movies too. It's like, yo, this dude killing with a purpose. It's like
It's
he's not killing
cunning.
to
But
reproduce
then
and
he
all
was
this.
saving he kept saving the doctor.
Which doctor?
The doctor is Wendy's brother. I forgot what his name is.
Oh, dude, yeah, her
Because
brother.
remember, he
Okay.
had several times to get him, and he hesitates. He doesn't just outright kill him because he knew this guy is helpless. He's not a threat, and I can use him.
I think there was a little deeper connection than that, though,
We
which
never got to see it because
we never
Wendy
got to
came
see
through.
it. Because Wendy came through, but when Wendy came through, she could start communicating with these motherfuckers, and it became
well,
like kind of like
well, the
she's
first one
the
she didn't communicate with nothing but them fists.
the head off in that room. I don't know. I wish I could have seen that action scene, but yeah, she tore that head off. But after that, she was different. You know what I mean? After that, she was different. She was being able to communicate with them, which made it that she understood their language.
Well, she was able to do that from the beginning. Because remember
Well,
when she was walking in, and when she first went on that ship,
she
she was
heard the
hearing stuff.
scream. Yeah, she heard the
She was
screams.
hearing the noises, and they were studying her, trying to figure it out. Because and see, even Kirsch he knew something was different. That's why he kept Wendy close.
Hmm.
At the
Hmm.
end, you could tell, and would just jump in. He felt a bit betrayed by Wendy because he thought that they had an understanding. He was trying to help her understand you're more than human now, so act like it.
And that's what he was saying at the top of the key. He was like, "Yeah, you could be whatever you want. You
Don't
know
let
what I
them tell
mean?
you and
Don't let
control
them
you. You ain't
tell
a
you or
child no
nothing.
more.
You could be whatever the fuck you want. And yeah, you grow up, you good. You know, like he gave her blessings and shit. It
Hmm.
was just the fact that it was Boy Cavalier and his treachery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that made her
And
rebel against
it
everything.
had to rebel.
Well, she also she believed in the preservation of all life. She had that childlike innocence about life.
Hmm.
Everything deserves a chance. And Kirsch, on the other hand, was trying to coach her to understand no.
Life don't work like that.
And that's the beauty of it because the climax is that she actually embraced Kirsch's message, which is why him being fucked up and being locked in that space, he was like, why me?
But at the
Like,
same time, she was getting knowledge herself, and she was understanding she's more than just a human. She's not a human no more. She a Borg, and what they was doing to her other comrades and shit, like erasing Nib's memory, and trying to reset her and all this shit, and lying about it, and that kind of like was like, nah, well, we're just products to you then. But we're human. Like it was a lot. Like you said, this is layered storyline, right? This is layered storyline. And shout out to Ogun. You gotta watch this shit, man. He said it
hey,
was
he said
spooky.
he's scared.
It was spooked. It was spooked, nigga. You gotta watch
He's
this, nigga.
scared.
You gotta
He's
watch this
scared.
shit, dude. What's wrong with you? So nah, man. Because it's good story. This is good. This is one of the
This
best
is what we
sci-fi series
need.
that I've seen this year, and one of the best series that I've seen in a very long time. I really hope they do a season 2 because this
So let,
shit is layered.
so let's talk about that because here's where we get into this space where we got to remind people and warn people of the crazy fan demands. So we get this complex, layered, very intelligent, highly sophisticated story. After getting all the mundane, repetitive alien Romulus story that everybody also complained about.
Yeah,
So
that's
then they
true.
give you what you want.
Yeah,
And y'all
yeah,
get mad
yeah.
because the last episode didn't end, it didn't finish, it
It
didn't end the way
didn't
you wanted
go
it to.
away. Yeah, and you're a
It's not
crazy
supposed to.
Candyman. It didn't.
The
I
story is being told. Let
I
it be.
love it. Only thing I disliked is when the two guys had got the dude and they had to take him to Morrow and shit, and that was a long journey. That alien would have been bust out that motherfucker, but
No, but it's because that I forgot the little kid's name.
it's like Sneed and
Yeah.
so
Schmeed.
yeah,
They they took too long.
yeah, they took too long.
They
Yeah,
took too long because they was on their kid bullshit.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's why that one time when again when Kurt see them in the hallway, he said, "What are you doing?"
yeah.
And they were like, and and then they tried to explain it to him. He's like, "Look, I mean, go that way, you
Go
idiot."
that way, yeah, stupid.
It's like,
God
what do you like?
damn.
Just that way, like, why are
God
you?
damn.
So that's what was funny about it is
So
that's what I'm.
Kirsch versus Mero. You had your money on Kirsch?
Kirsch got him.
No, he didn't,
He got
man.
luck. Well, see, the trick is, here's the thing.
I'm with
Kirsch,
Mero, man. What you crazy?
He got the lucky on Kirsch when he broke his back.
Yeah. Wow.
But that wasn't actually Kirsch. That was the alien, wasn't it?
No, that was Kirsch. That was Kirsch and Morrow. That was a
Morrow,
square up. That was a square up.
yeah.
That was square. That was them squared up.
But Kirsch was putting him in his place quite often.
Yes, he did, and that's when they have very deep conversations. When is a robot not a robot? You know what I mean? And certain
Oh, they went deep with
because
they
he was
comment. They
challenging
was
them.
taking shots at each other
Like,
regularly.
I'm fully synth, and you're a half breed. So it's certain little
Right.
little
He
niche.
said, I may be a bitch, but you a
Yeah,
bitch.
you using this like
Right. Like you stupid. Like, so yeah, there was a lot of variables in that. That's what I'm saying. Each interaction, there's so much character development. So
so
people
back to the
shitted on
Oculus.
it.
Yeah, back to
They
the Oculus.
but
The
wait, before we
Oculus.
go back,
Okay.
remember we was talking about the crazy fan demands and people shitting on this story to try to terminate. So they're trying to they may not make another one. That's what the conversation is. They're saying because people complain so much at the end.
Hmm.
So we got to, and this is where sci-fi loses its. The fans want the sci-fi, but every time we get the sci-fi, we let the mainstream people who this sci-fi wasn't for dictate the terms of the sci-fi. We
Okay.
lost this show. We lost Halo before that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
lost Altered Carbon before at one point. We lose so many sci-fi shows before they reach the fruition of what they're doing because
Yeah.
people are impatient and don't have the mental capacity to take in a complex story. But
Dude,
then complain
episode
on simple
5 of
stories.
that when they was on that ship was one of the best
What was
alien
episode
sequence.
five?
When they was on telling the backstory of that ship and how that shit went down. That's one of you like what
Oh
you watching
yeah,
Romulus for?
yes.
Just watch that, man. That was the best mystery who done it.
Oh, that was
Man,
great.
that was so dope, man. It was so many elements of
Oh, that's the one where T Ocellus was
yeah, so
fighting with the
that's where I want to
xenomorph.
get into. Yeah, so like I
Go
said,
ahead.
these aliens are different species, so we don't know. T.O. Sellers get loose and get somebody. He dumb though, so I guess he wasn't satisfied with the selection, but he had to get a host. All right, so he got the host, and well, who come in the room? Wendy and her brother, or some shit.
Not first, but yeah, they in there, and then that other chick that was I don't remember the people names on that ship at all.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was another one of
Oh
the
yeah,
white chick.
the other the captain and shit. So
Yeah.
that motherfucker did a cool out. He said, "Squally, whoop whoop," and the fucking xenomorph walk in the room like, "What's popping?" So instead, I just never ever saw no one buck up at a
Square up
fucking
against a
xenomorph. No one
xenomorph.
squared up against a xenomorph. That motherfucker ran, did a flying kick jump at the xenomorph, landed on the back.
Freaked him the fuck out.
Yeah, even the
He was like,
xenomorph like,
"Ah."
what the fuck
He was like, "What you
going on?
doing?" Because he
I
ain't never
never
had no human come at him like that. He been murking humans the whole time, and here go this human, as far as he can tell, attacking him. He's like, "The fuck."
That's what I'm saying. You see some shit you ain't
If the
never.
xenomorph had eyes, his eyes would have bugged out like,
You
"Huh?"
would be like, what going on? So what's funny is he killed the human part, right? He get him off. Now you never seen a xenomorph shook before. He shook
Nah, when
G.
that Arcellus jumped on him,
Look at Stella trying to
he
jump in his.
you gotta love it. And this is where people felt again, and I hate to be insulting, but this is where some of the some people felt some kind of way, because what they realized in that moment that Alien is no longer about xenomorph. It's about different anything that's an
It's
alien.
called Alien. So this is what made it so
Multiple
because it
types
wasn't
of
just
aliens.
aliens. These are special aliens that do special specific things and they all have intelligence. That
Yeah.
was the killer of it. So it's called Star Wars, right? It's bigger than the Skywalkers. This is aliens. It's called aliens from the top, yo. Aliens. It's not called xenomorph. It's not called Ripley and the xenomorphs and shit. It's
It's
called
called
aliens.
aliens. So we
We're in
got
space.
we're seeing
Space is
somebody
huge.
that can now take on it that freaks out a xenomorph
Yeah.
and had that xenomorph twisted.
Twisted,
And
running.
this is just an eyeball with tentacles that is amazingly has this very durable and has dexterity.
very strong,
getting tossed
very
around.
getting tossed around, can actually could pull his own weight and hold up a fight too, and very scary if it gets you and you blocking it with your hand. Yeah, that's some scary looking shit. It scared the hell out of Nibs. It
Yeah,
scared
Nib
the
wasn't
hell out
right ever since. Just proving that the human psychology inside of
a
the
child.
synthetic brain,
A
it
child.
still has the same traumas effect react,
Yeah,
still the
this
same reactions.
these are children we talking about. So you
Hmm.
putting the children in this like traumatic experience, and now you're gonna get a mishap that you didn't calculate for
Hmm.
because
And then you
still a
treating them
child.
like property.
Yeah, and you treating them like property. So now you want to go and try and erase something, and now you fucking up the product even more. And trying to cover it up like it ain't shit. And then once you go haywire,
Now y'all want to erase shit. And
exactly,
hence why
you shut the whole
Wendy
thing down.
started to turn,
Yep.
which is still now let's think about that. Wendy started to turn on the boy Cavalier and his genius shit.
Mhm.
And the question is, so at what point did Kirsch upset her? What did Kirsch ever do to her? What happened? I got to go back and watch because I don't.
What did Kirsch do exactly? I don't think he did. That was a problem. He probably didn't do anything.
He didn't.
Um,
He didn't back her up or something
he
like his. He was.
he. What did Kirsch do? Well, Kirsch was down and out. Kirsch was off the scene a little bit because he was
He
playing the
was gone.
sneaky, watching everything, and he was gone. Like he
He was
was
with the
going
boy
on certain
Cavalier when she went
issues.
to when he went to talk to
Yeah, and
Yutani.
then she sent him out to he sent him out on another mission to find the on the loose xenomorph too. So they really didn't connect, but he really didn't have her back. They didn't have a point where I don't remember a conflict between those two particular.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I was wondering at the end why decided to put him away when he was probably the only person in that entire situation that treated the lost boys
Did
with
he know
respect.
about Nips? He probably knew about. Did he know about
No, he
Nips?
wasn't there.
All right.
He was not there. That's the thing. He was not. Remember, he was solely focused on the
But it
research
was
and the study.
something he did something to sell out something. He did. He had to be. It had to be a
He,
move or something he did
I
towards
don't
him.
know. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of unnecessary. Like that for her, she just went off on
Oh,
everybody.
he was for the. He was for
Oh,
the
I know what it was. He
what?
said, "Fuck your brother."
Uh
He said, "Fuck your brother."
yeah,
Like your
yeah,
brother ain't like get the fuck out of here. Like
yeah, yeah.
you don't have a brother anymore. Like
Yeah,
let
you
that
know.
go.
Yeah,
He
right,
was
right,
like,
right,
"You
right.
one of us now,"
Yeah,
and
you
she
one
didn't
of
like that.
us, and she didn't like that. So yeah, that's became, yeah, it's really thick layered story here because
Yeah,
yeah, she was for her brother, but then when her brother took out Nibs, she kind of
he
like
turned on him.
him like, yo, man, I thought you was down for the team. I am down for the team. We're family. Nah, nigga, you ain't down for the team of fucking Borgs, nigga. We the Lost Boys. You ain't on our squad, nigga. You can't be shooting Nibs. She was killing my friend.
Like I don't give a
Who
fuck.
cares? Who cares?
Like
I
I
don't care
don't
about
like
no friend.
my xenomorph was killing everybody. And what?
Yeah, yeah. So what? And that's crazy. So she had a lot of people didn't like that. And a lot of people, all right, so you transition. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah,
When you start IP as horror, can you send these characters into other like dynamic roles?
one
Like
hundred percent.
let's say Megan. Remember Megan 2.0, which is a horrible movie.
Yeah,
They try to do a Terminator 2 thing where they turn the horror
into an
into a
action movie.
action protagonist, anti-hero, whatever you want to call it. It switches. It's like turning Freddy into like, he joining the Avengers or something.
Well, Freddy
Like,
versus Jason.
well, there you go. There you go.
That's an
It was a
example.
horrible. It was good scenes.
It wasn't bad. It was just, I mean, it wasn't worse than the other movies.
Yeah, that's true.
They were all in that same level of.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, so yes, you can. But again, we're back to the complexity of that type of character arc is not for the faint of heart. Because everybody can watch Bucky Barnes and be cool with him going from being the Winter Soldier, murdering Stark's parents, to being now an Avenger. Everybody can accept
Hmm.
that. But
Hmm.
then when we get into conversations about a horror going into action. So yeah, Terminator is a good example. Alien to Aliens, it was still horror, but it was an action horror.
Mm-hmm.
First of, like, that was really revolutionary.
Right.
Then you got, and technically Terminator 2 was an action horror. That shit is still terrifying to have like a
It's
Terminator
still,
coming after you is like a xenomorph coming
yeah,
after you.
yeah. It's terrifying in itself, but
But then you got movies like
it's different tones than the first movie than the second movie, though.
the Chronicles, Pitch Black to the Chronicles of
Yep,
Riddick.
yep, yep, yep.
That was, people had a hard time with
Sci-fi
that.
action horror.
Yeah, it went from a straight horror to a sci-fi action,
Mm-hmm.
and then it went back to horror,
Yeah, yeah,
and or it went into an action horror.
yeah.
So people have a hard time with transitions because they don't have, that's a, and the laymen are not readers of books. The average person in America is not a book reader. The average person in America is not digging into
Lore,
complexity of stories, lore, and all that.
lore.
So
Mm-hmm.
when you've got world building and character
Sean.
development that goes outside of the basics, you know what I'm saying?
Or what they've been fed already, then
Then
they
it throws
just
people off.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
Die Hard to Die Hard with a Vengeance. Die Hard, he's trapped in a building. Die Hard 2, he's trapped in an airport.
Right.
But then Die Hard with a Vengeance, he just out, and he ain't even a cop
He was
shit. He just,
Samuel Jackson, and they out
they out there
there.
wilding. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. So it's
Get in the
possible.
car, motherfucker.
He said, why you keep calling me Jesus? Well, that's your name. I said, hey. He
Hey,
said, hey, Zeus. My name is Zeus, as in
Zeus,
the god of,
God,
he just
thunder,
got to go in. Throw a
motherfucker.
lightning bolt up your ass, Zeus. Yes, sir. So
That
all
movie
that.
made me start liking Samuel Jackson. But anyway,
So now the Alien franchise, because of this series, is cracked wide open. It's now exposing the corporations, and that the corporations are all trying to find these advanced species that they can use to evolve humans to this
mm-hmm.
to this perfected, impossibly
Perfected species.
perfected species that can't be easily killed.
Right.
So they want to use the xenomorph for that. They're studying these other species because they're trying to learn how to genetically make humans better. The
Mm-hmm.
temporary fix is to put people in cybernetic synthetic bodies.
Sense.
But the
Right.
long game is for us to be in our real bodies, but have these evolved genetically human bodies. So that's
So
now
this
what the
Blade
Alien
Runner,
universe
this
is.
Aliens, and now
Well,
we
now the Predator franchise is also cracking itself open. So it started with Prey.
right.
Prey opened the franchise up by taking us finally back into the way we passed
Yeah.
and having us see a
Like
early,
first civilization type shit.
yeah, First Nations fighting against indigenous Americans and colonizers.
Yeah.
So again, it's attracted to conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Came and found some conflict.
Mm-hmm.
So now that
Now,
happens.
predators is a different breed of alien because they always hunt for the best predator. They're the
They're
apex
doing the
predators.
same
Yeah,
thing. They're doing the
yeah.
same thing the corporations are doing.
Yep, yep, yep.
They're hunting for the most dangerous species, and then they use that to perfect themselves.
Shout out to Battle Beast.
Right, literally Battle Beast. That's exactly what Battle Beast is.
Yeah.
And so then we go to Killer of Killers, which peels the layers back on the Predator universe even further.
So this is their culture. This
Yeah,
is
so we're
what they
learning.
are. So this is where the people, they used to. All right, the first Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, he was a killer, but you really didn't know too much of this thing. You know what I mean? And really understanding of the culture until we got to this point now. I don't
Right.
remember every predator movie, so I don't know how instilled in the culture people was involved in during the
The
times
they
without
talked
reading
about it.
books,
They
without
talked about
reading.
it from the human perspective. So the humans who, like, so in Predator 2, we learned that the government knew about the Yachuwa,
Okay,
and
right,
that the
right.
government was trying to catch a Yatua, early precursor to what they
Mm-hmm,
always do. They want to
mm-hmm,
weaponize the alien. So
mm-hmm.
they wanted to capture this Yatua in Predator 2, and that's where, Danny Glover had to come through with the dress shoes and beat the
Too old for
Predator.
this.
You know what I'm saying? So that was Predator 2. Then after that, you get further into, you learn in Predators that the Predator, the Yachuwa take humans and then drop them off on planets. They take the baddest of the baddest humans and drop them off, and then on a gaming planet, and then hunt them.
Hey, let me pause it real quick right there.
Go ahead.
We rolling.
So then we jump. So now we've gone through this whole explanation of the inner workings of the Yachua heritage and culture and what they're really about. Like, because Killers really blew it off. Like, first we get to see, them take out people in the Viking era. Then we see them take out, battle in feudal Japan, and the human take them out.
Right.
Then we see them in what is that, World War One,
I
two, one
think
of them.
so. Yeah.
And
I
then,
didn't see all of them, so I saw the first two.
so then from there, what happens is this is where it blows it wide open,
Hmm.
because what you learn is that if you beat a predator, if you can defeat a Yachua, then the Yachua will then go back and grab you.
Hmm.
They're gonna grab you, and then they're gonna take you and keep you in stasis to save you for the game, the killer games. So they've got the Predator planet, the gaming planet that we saw in Predators, but then
Hmm.
they also will set you up in an arena like on some Planet Hulk and have y'all fight each other, fight against Yachua, one of the top Yachua. So like they're saying you're a
Wow.
champion, you defeated a Yachua. Now I fight you. I'm gonna prove that I'm the toughest Yachua.
Yeah, there you go.
And so that's where you learn that Dutch from the first Predator.
Hmm.
Who else? What was Danny Glover's character? I forgot. But him and Shorty from Prey, they've all been abducted by Yachua and are in stasis waiting to be utilized. The reason why this is important, this especially when you see the end scene for Killer of Killers, when that end scene is looks exactly like the end scene for Predator Badlands when Mama coming.
So a lot of people were saying that, yeah, a lot of scenes was reminiscent to a lot of older movies, which I have to watch. His name was Lieutenant Mike Harrigan.
Yeah, Harrigan, Mike.
Yeah.
Yep. And so this new Predator gave us a full frontal of Yachua from beginning to end.
From beginning to end, and
From
which I
beginning
like. Yeah,
from
because
from
now,
Deck and his brother and a father and how
yeah,
that
yeah.
relationship dynamic is set up.
I
Only
don't
the
like his
strong
father, man.
survive.
His
You don't
father
understand. That's Yachua, though.
ridiculous.
You got to understand Yachua culture.
Ridiculous.
Only the strong survive, and Deck is a runt. Deck is not. He's not big. He's not. He's not a monster size like the rest of them. He's
Right.
6'2", where the rest of them be 7 foot and
Seven
8 foot.
five.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
he's a little guy, and so his dad is like, you a little, you a little small guy. Like, we killed a week here. So his brother been trying to train up Deck. His big brother been trying to train up Deck so Deck could do what Deck to be accepted into the tribe.
Hmm.
But the father was like, nah, fuck that little nigga. Like, he ain't worthy. So the father comes and realizes that the brother been trying to train up Deck. And he says, nah, that ain't what we doing here. So then he tells him, man, kill that little runt. Let's be done with that so we can go about our lives, because you spending time trying to train up this dude who ain't gonna never, ever bring back a trophy.
I got you. Hmm.
And that's why he was like, nah, we don't do that here. We only deal with the strength. We trying to make our species the best. We are Yachua. So long story short, they battle because the brother's like, I ain't killing my brother. So he go at his dad. His dad murk him, but little Deck get away at the
Get
through
away
the
at the
thanks to
spaceship.
his brother.
Yeah, he programmed the ship to take off. So
And
he
his
had to
mom,
watch his brother get served
he
by his
watched his
father.
mother get murked,
Yeah.
beheaded,
Hmm.
and he end up crashing on the most ridiculous planet. So this planet is the living embodiment of what Pandora was supposed to be in Avatar.
Yeah, it's called Jenna.
Yeah. This planet was insane. So you talk about everything from the flowers to the birds and the bees and the trees.
To
The
no, to the
moment
grass. The
to the
grass is razor
grass,
grass, nigga. Don't touch the grass. Like you lose. He fell off that tree.
everything,
He fell off that
everything,
tree. He was like, yo, everything.
everything kills you.
Yeah, everything kills you.
And from the moment because again,
Like
he
a bad
crashed
Mario
on
game,
this
y'all.
planet.
It's like a bad Mario game, Super Mario game.
He lost.
Word.
He steps out the ship, so he's getting ready, right? He's putting his resources. He's checking. Okay, my weapons. I got this. I got the grenades. I got the blade. I got the bow and arrow. I got the
The
this. I got
bow
the
and
gun.
arrow.
I got my shoulder gun, and then instantly gone. He don't even get a chance to use that shit. So
Right.
now it's it's a predator in Die Hard. It's a Yacho in Die Hard. Deck is in Die Hard. He's without resources. He barefoot with
Yeah.
no weapons, and he got to fight the fucking terrorists.
Gotta fight. Gotta go ahead.
He got,
Step
and
up.
then after he proves that like I don't need no weapons. I'm a Yachuan. He a badass. He proved that he can handle his business. His brother did him train him right.
Mhm.
So he's going through his zig fighting. And then it turns into a buddy movie. It turns into 48 hours with Deck and a synthetic. And now you got the wisecracking synthetic and the tough cop. You know what I'm saying? Together going through this deadly ass planet.
Yeah. And I think that was cool. I had no problem with that. That's what's her name?
Ellie Fanning.
Ellie Fanning. And she played what's her name?
I forgot because she played both
Tia.
the twins.
Thea and Tess. So this was Thea,
Yeah.
not Tessa. So yeah, they're twins. So
Twin synthetics, I should say. It's like there was a bunch of different bishops and a bunch of
so they
different
had
whatever.
she set up the universal language code so we could understand what that like. This is the first movie where predators always communicate. I know they probably said something here and there, but this is like full communication.
Well, Deck wasn't speaking in English much. He was still speaking in Yachua. She was
But
just telling us what he said.
I mean, from the audience perspective, have we ever heard predators ever like
Yeah.
you know?
In Predators and The Predator.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
In both of those movies, they were communicating with each other because it was the tribes. You saw
Mm-hmm.
it was the clans of predators together doing their thing.
Okay, okay.
Yep. But yeah, this one he like there was really them two together. His number one, he's very naive. He's a Yachua that hasn't been allowed to go out and do his thing. So
Right.
he hasn't really ever been in the world. So he meets this synthetic and he takes every joke literal, everything that she says, he takes like he'd be like, what? You know, he'd be like, what are you
Yeah,
talking about? Like,
she just going off for her since. Oh, look at this and this.
and he just be like, no, this. I here to kill. It's like that's not what she meant, fam.
Yeah, it's not what she meant, but it's okay. But not only that, he get into another little sidekick, Kalisk, a Kalisk.
Yeah.
That's the name of the species.
That
Well,
he
we
was
didn't know that
initially
at first.
hunting. Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
he's hunting that because on that planet it is the apex predator for a good
Mhm.
reason.
Yeah,
Because when he finally meets one, after fighting a million other things, when he finally meets this thing and he do his Yachua thing, after getting his ass handed to him a little bit, but he finally did his Yachua thing and takes the head off, it means nothing. It's like Logan ass fucking alien. Like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
The head just reattached itself. It was like, oh.
So that's why
So
nobody can
then
kill
we
it.
getting into why Wayland Utani
They
is
want it.
they
It's a
want it
regenerating
because it's
species
generation species. So they want some of that shit to put in to
in the
whoever
humans, in
working
the
on it.
human soup.
So it's all relative. Basically they hunting these aliens down on different planets. This time they send Sense out. Now I don't know if she had her soul transferred or anything like that,
No, these are actual synths.
but these are actual Sense. So
Mhm.
now they're sending Sense out. So I don't know relatively if this was related to Alien Earth per se, but at the same time, this is kind of like the narrative that keep going
Well,
on.
the relation to Alien Earth, we now understand that Weyland Yutani is always hunting for alien species.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you get to this point where in this story you see Weyland Yutani Sense looking for
Mm-hmm.
alien species. So it's just so what was established in Alien Earth is perpetuated and continued in presentation by demonstrating how. Because if you saw this before Alien Earth, the context would be like, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? But
Right, right.
Alien Earth lets you know why they're doing it so that when you see it happen, I'm like, all right, they just doing what they do. Because this is what they've always done. We just didn't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this story, Predator Badlands, also is very layered because the subtext of behind the scenes beyond the Yachua hunting and killing is about the fact that he's looking for belonging, a sense of belonging. And he also gave Thea, the same premise of saying, like, Tessa's your sister. Because he was like, I had a brother, you have a sister, but they were
Right.
both kind of outcast of that hierarchy. They were no longer connected to their families. And
Right.
Thea was a nicer version of Tessa. Tessa's like all business. Thea is like,
Straight up.
yeah, you
By the
don't want to
book.
cross, you don't want to cross Tessa in a dark alley by yourself.
Mm-mm.
You ain't
Mm-mm.
coming out the alley.
Mm-mm.
With Thea, you might, but their journeys ended up being about them trying to find belonging, and him trying to prove himself to the tribe that didn't want him, which was his father's tribe, and then her trying to fit into a group to the Wayland Yutani synthetic mission, which included, if you come across a Yachua, subdue and contain the Yachua because they want that DNA too, which goes back to Predator 2.
They was talking to mother and everything.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we now know, like in Predator 2, that ever since then, humans have been trying to get a hold of a Yachua so that alive, apparently, because we know that if a dead yacht, there has never been in any movie where a dead Yachua is left on Earth. In the first movie, he destroyed himself. He self-destructed. In the
Ah.
second movie, the tribe came and got his body at the end.
Sure did. Yep. Yep.
So they don't have a Yachua yet, as far as we know.
Hey, that's dope. That's dope.
You see what I'm saying? Because the Yachua know what it is.
Yeah, they know what it is. Like, hey,
Nah, we ain't
we
leaving you
got
to
a
get our
college.
tech and shit. Nah, like,
Yeah, you ain't getting none of this shit
nah,
over here.
you ain't getting that. So now we fast forward, and the Wailing
It's
Utanis are
like
also
crawfish.
looking for
I know we may
predators.
look like crawfish in the face, but you ain't going to get to eat us either, man. Fuck
Nah,
that.
you ain't getting this. But yeah, so that's why it ties into everything so smoothly, is because it connects the dots to things that we learned about in previous movies, but it does it so seamlessly. This is not fan favors or nothing like that. This ain't just nods for nod's sake. This is like expanding a narrative and giving answers to things that we didn't understand why it was happening.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
Yep.
now so that's why if you tie Alien Earth and this Predator Badlands together, you get a complete picture of this universe as it exists.
Mm-hmm.
And it's plain and simple. In this
Mm-hmm.
universe are a variety of species of aliens of all types.
That's it. That's it.
On the humanoid side, the Yachua are the big baddies. And
Right.
then on the alien weirdo side, you've got
The
xenomorphs
xenomorph.
and
Mm.
teocilize and that fucking plant thing, and the bugs that eat
The flies that eat
the
metal so
flies.
they
Like,
can eat
it's
the fence and
the
all
little
that.
bugs that suck your blood up, and it's just so
Yeah, and
much.
swell
It's a lot
up.
of
Yeah,
shit.
the ticks, the bugs, the
But in the
flies,
center,
plants.
the corporations, the Earth corporations, are trying to collect any form of alien species that they can use to weaponize and enhance our species, and they all use synthetics to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Hence, she, being a synthetic from Wayland Yutani, pairs with the Yachua. The
Mm-hmm.
end result is that the Yachua and kind of befriends Tessa, or Thea, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
befriends Thea
Mm-hmm.
and the other little alien creature.
Yeah.
So what you get is, at the end, you get this universe's version of Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the way I look at that shit.
And that's what some people said. This was like the Predator Guardians of the Galaxy. Is
100%.
Yeah, definitely, because he said I got my own squad now. He had his
Right.
own
He's
tribe.
the Wolf Tribe.
He the
They're the
Wolf
Wolf
tribe.
Tribe, and that shit
Yeah.
is dope. He is Deck the Wolf, the head, the
Yep.
leader, the chief of
Yeah.
the Wolf Tribe, and
Yep.
that shit is dope, because that's what she was explaining to him. That story and the way they weave that together to get to that end point.
And pretty much is saving the siblings from a monster. You know what I mean? And that's how, Theo, her relationship with Tessa, and then Deck relationship, seeing his brother being murdered by his father, you know,
Yeah,
um
one being betrayed, the other one is both, they're trauma
that's what
bonded.
was destroying the planet out of business, you know what I mean, for Wayland Yutani, but you still destroying the planet here. You know what I mean? You still doing some evil shit. You working for the law, you working for the man, and
Iron Law.
Yeah, where your shit's at. So I like it a lot. It was PG-13, and
It didn't
that's why I was
matter.
asking the question of turning to the usual killer antagonist into the protagonist now, and
Well, that particular
and
one, just that particular one.
because it kind of gave me the the Grogu and Mandalorian vibe, space is space story, and yeah, it turns them just that one. I get it, but there's room for more. I don't look at I never look at the predators per se as like evil, malicious motherfuckers. They
No,
just
they're
by
not evil
nature,
malicious. They're just different.
yeah, they're just different by
They're
nature.
they're an intelligent species that just happens to build. I mean, colonizers go around and murder and ravage whole civilizations. It's not that strange.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's very so it's like it's not so weird. But at the same time, the Yachua, it's like watching a WWE match to me whenever a
Mm-hmm.
Predator movie, because that's what it really is about. It's like he's the heel, but he can
Mm-hmm.
turn face at any time.
Right, anytime,
And
anytime.
he turned face this particular one. And really this one didn't turn face. He just happened to be on the side of the equation that we agree with, which is,
Yeah,
we don't like Wayland Utani right now. We don't like the fucking synthetics of Wayland Utani, and that's who he was fighting ultimately.
and he's an underdog too, so we're
Yeah.
always going to root for the underdog as well if
And
that's your thing.
but that end scene, when you finally watch Killer of Killers, and see, so here's where we get into the nonsense, the bullshit about the PG-13 and the Disney-fying the Predator.
Hmm.
Killer of Killers is an animation and it's bloody as shit.
Right, right,
Motherfuckers'
right.
spines getting ripped out, they getting chopped in half. We seeing guts and we seeing all type of shit going on in Killer of
Hmm.
Killers as an animation,
Okay.
which they were smart. They put it in animated form because you don't have to make an animated bloody film R.
Mm.
So now this movie, they didn't have to make it R, but that didn't compromise the integrity of the film because there's no blood in the film that's red. There's no human blood because there's no humans in the movie. So, but it's just as bloody and
But
gory as
it's just as
anything else.
bloody and gory, and that's one thing I did like. It was action from beginning to end. It didn't stop with the action. Yes, it's aliens. That's the trick of it. Aliens versus robots. So, all right, we're not going
Yeah.
to get the human gory blood and all that shit. So it shouldn't be
There's not
that
no reason to make it
rated
R.
R. Yeah.
And
So,
then
but
when you watch him kill them aliens on that planet,
it was
he ripping
straight up
guts and
action.
cutting them in
Yeah.
half and
Yeah.
tearing out shit and
Yeah,
just
it's
it was
gory as shit.
gruesome. Yeah.
Very gory as shit. So it's still the predator essence is still predator.
It's there.
It doesn't take away from a predator killing a human from a predator killing an alien.
Not at
And it
all.
kind of make more sense anyway.
And then, I mean, how PG-13 is it really to hear when she was like, my favorite part was when we fell from the tree and such happened. And then she was like, what was your favorite part? He was like, when I killed the thing and the blood dripped all over my
yeah,
skull.
my
I was like, what? That's nasty as hell. Like, he was like, and he was sitting there so serious.
yeah, he was dead
Hey,
serious. And
shout out to the complexity of the facial expressions. Because he
another
emoted so well.
Another thing, the facial express. So you saying how this motherfucker, ugly motherfucker, nah, you're an ugly motherfucker, but you could act. You got good eyes. You could speak with your eyes, just like I was saying about the Joker. You're very good with
Yeah.
your eyes. So no, it was good, good VFX because yes, we're getting a Predator where emotion, story, all of this stuff have to be displayed, and Dex did his job, man. He
Yeah,
was
he
acting with the
expressed,
eyes,
he did a
man.
lot. It was like crazy.
From
And there's
fear
only,
on down, when he was looking at his brother getting killed,
oh
you could
yeah,
see the shock in his face. Like, oh my
or how he
god,
looked when he was tied up and he was about to get beheaded by his brother.
yeah,
That
yeah,
face, he
yeah.
was like,
That was
oh, like that's
face.
so sad. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh man,
when he
you
was on
know,
the planet and he was just reflecting on his brother, then he got angry all of a sudden. Like, yeah, it was a lot of little emotional turns with Dex, man, and
yeah,
he
Deck
did
was
a
a
hell of a good
beast.
job, and that's why I like it because now we get into the seeing things through the predator perspective for
Yeah, we're
once.
personifying it instead of it being just this killing machine.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, so
And
trust
like I
me.
said, these things in the comic books already, man. So we talked about aliens versus Avengers, where the Avengers had to leave Earth though, dude. Like these motherfuckers is real.
Thanks to
Predator,
Mr. Sinister ass.
thanks to Mr. Sinister.
Motherfucker. Hey, listen, I'm worried about that. I'm so terrified. We're now going into X-Men territory, and you know Mr. Sinister is going to show up.
He's
And yeah,
supposed to be the main baddie.
that's fucked up, man. I'm sorry. That's fucked up. Like a live action Mr. Sinister is like literally
Gross.
terrifying to me.
It's gross. It's
That's
gross. It's
terrifying to me.
yeah. He's a villain that I could deal with a Joker before Sinister. Dude.
Yeah, Mr.
At
Sinister
least
is
I
so
know
fucking.
Joker, his even crazy things, but Mr. Sinister, he could be taking your sample. You could piss somewhere. And
He do anything, and then your
thank
clone
you.
just show
Yeah,
up
it's like
and
wait,
just
I
knock
just
you
went to
out.
the
Like I'm
washroom.
replacing you, fam. You're useless.
You're useless now. Thank you. I just want to take a piss. That's all I need.
Or here's one for you. When you find out that you were the Mr. Sinister's
Right.
clone,
Hold up,
you
man.
just
That's why
living your life. You just thinking like, oh,
yeah.
life is good. Da, 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 da. No, you're not the real one, huh?
You've been a clone all this time. What?
Motherfucker.
15 years? God
You
damn.
mean I
Yeah, you
wasn't? I
know.
didn't have a childhood. Nope.
Nope. Nope. So nah, I'm excited over that. I'm excited about hey, Lawrence Fishburne want to get on. He want to be Professor X, man. Let him
I,
be it. Let him be it. Shut up.
no, I
You only
can't.
live once, man. Why not? Why not?
For a couple of reasons. He's over the top in a good way, but not. I don't need Professor X to be over the top. Like not like he's over the like because he's bigger than life as an actor. He takes over scenes whenever he's in them. He's not a name of Lawrence Fishburne scene where he's a subdued. You don't. He's second secondary to anybody else in the scene. It don't exist.
No. What about TV? He's a good. He been on TV.
Even then, when he was on CSI, over
Mhm.
the top, he dominates the scene.
Blackish.
He dominates those scenes.
Hmm.
Like he's that good. So you try to put him in an ensemble cast franchise, and you're saying, will he not steal the moments every time and take away from the moments because he's Professor X and he's still Lawrence Fishburne?
But though I don't know, Professor X ain't really a still
That's what
scene
I'm saying.
killer.
But
But
Lawrence
what about
himself
the but
is.
white dude? The white dude who was Professor X in them last.
Nah, he wasn't. He didn't have that type of energy. He knows how to play he's an actor that plays the part. He can be secondary, tertiary in a scene, and it wouldn't. And it's just his presence. But Lawrence Fishburne is so. Again, he's such a big personality. His energy dominates him. He's a big ass dude too. He's not a
Yeah,
little dude.
that's
So
true.
you got this big ass black man sitting in this chair that's just so. Just his facial expressions are so big. He's just a big
I ain't
actor.
know. Hey, that's what I want. I ain't mad at that.
Not
I
for
wouldn't be
Professor
mad
X.
at
For
that.
Magneto, yes, but not for Professor X. Professor X needs to be almost an unassuming, helpless little cripple that suddenly his mind do some shit. That's all. He's
I don't
not a
know what
physical
X
person.
Men you've been reading.
What
Nah,
X Men
he's
you see
not
where
an
he's
X.
physical?
It's not about being physical. It's about his cerebral. Hey,
That's what I'm
Professor
saying. That's
X is
not
a
that's not a
fucking.
physical thing, and look. Lawrence Fishburne is bigger than that. He can't just sit there. He's too much. Even his sitting there is too much. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't find a scene where he doesn't emanate and just he's just big. He just takes up a lot of
He wasn't
space.
that big an Ant Man. He was.
Yes, he was. In those scenes, he was. He took over the scenes. That's
Was
just
he in
him.
Superman too? Superman versus Batman. That was
Yes.
a small
Yep.
role.
Yep. No, but he still dominated those. Like you remember them,
Yeah, of course.
but you remember them because it's him. If anybody else had it, like for example, do you remember Jimmy Olsen in that scene?
Yes, because he died. He got
He did.
killed. No,
He
I
did
didn't think he should have got killed in that movie. Yes, I do remember Jimmy Olsen.
because he died, not because of the character himself, the
I
actor
remember
playing.
Jimmy Olsen in the new Superman too.
That guy was more interesting. He was a good character.
Man, stop making excuses. Look, man, I think if they're gonna go out with a bang. I vote for it. I think he's older now, so yeah, he take up the screen. But Professor X is a prominent person in X Men. You know, and if they're gonna really drive the summer story, then Professor X need to be. I don't think a wimpy. I don't want a wimpy Professor X at all. I want a standalone because Professor X a beast. Ain't no telling what version they talking about. Hickman X Men.
But he's
Um,
always in the chair, is what I'm saying.
he's
He's
always
never a big dude in the chair. He's not a big guy.
well, he got a big ass chair. That yellow chair take up a lot of
I'm
space.
talking about him himself. He's not a big guy.
But no, his stature is small.
Yeah.
Right, you right. You right. His stature
And
is.
that's where it adds to it. Is like you got this big guy with a big personality and big main character energy. Because
Yeah.
Lawrence Fishburne got main character energy all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I wouldn't want to see him become the center of moments where he should not be. Like I don't want to see somebody that Logan arguing with, and I'm scared just because the dude is big as Logan. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't work for me.
Shoot your ass down.
Right.
Oh.
Like I can see Lawrence, like, I'm gonna be like Lawrence is Lawrence.
Yeah.
He's a thespian in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like, oh shit. If he get, like when he gets mad and he yells, it's like, oh shit, daddy talking. Then you go
That's
sit in the
true.
corner. So
So
I
the
don't know.
dynamic of a black Professor X.
I think that's possible. I think it can work, just not him.
Okay.
Somebody like that guy, that of that level, that stature of black guy,
Mm-hmm.
like
Okay.
not like because he knows again, he's the guy that can play. He can take up a small space when he needs to, and then get big when he needs to.
Lawrence Fishburne as Magneto.
That I can see. See, that's more. See, that's more Lawrence Fishburne. That's what I'm saying. Magneto needs that type of personality because when Magneto come in the room, everybody supposed to stop.
Right. Right.
Oh
Right.
shit! Like
Right. Oh
Magneto is Omar. Omar
yeah.
coming.
Oh,
Magneto coming.
tuck your chain. Tuck your birth
Yeah.
certificate.
See,
Man, I'm
that's
showing you
that's
not a mutant.
that's more his speed, and I think we need more villainous Lawrence Fishburne. We don't get enough Lawrence Fishburne villains.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Actually, I wouldn't mind him being Mr. Sinister.
Hmm.
That's where I would want to see him. Those type of spaces, like
Hmm.
intimidation, like scary for no reason. Like Lawrence is just a scary dude if you want to be.
He is. He is.
Like
And
the
don't call
role,
him Larry. Don't call
nah,
him
then it's
Larry. He could be
over.
scary in real life.
The role he played in the movie Predators.
Now,
Like when
see,
he
I gotta
came in and
rewatch
took
that.
over the scene. Like he took over the moment. It was like all
Mhm.
about him. He's good at dominating the moment and being it's a Lawrence moment. Matrix, like that presence, he's just got so much fucking presence.
Well, that called for that. All right, that was his
That's my
time to
point,
shine.
because that's
That was his
only he
time to
could do
shine. He
that.
ain't
Only
in that
he could do that.
limelight no more. He don't have to do the Morpheus, but he Morpheus. He Morpheus.
And then look in John
He,
Wick when
he
he's on
freaking.
scene again, it's like it's his. He
He was a
takes it,
bum. He was a
and
bum
he
in
still took it, and he still
because
took
we
those
all
scenes.
looking at Morpheus and Neo, fam. We looking at Morpheus and Neo.
Yeah.
Like
So
he
now,
had a short little line, but it meant to the heart because you knew that was those the guys. Those the guys. Those the guys.
how
Morpheus.
about it, John? How are you feeling now? It's
Yeah.
like he's just so dominant. He's not. It's not like he can't be Professor X. That's too soft for him.
Oh, whatever, man. I would love to see that.
But he was also already in Marvel, so I think no.
Oh, that role didn't mean nothing. It don't mean squat. He could come back as that. That don't mean
Yeah.
squat. They're not doing any more Ant-Man
He's
movies.
already Perry, man. He had that. He had his run in the Marvel DC comic world. He
He
good.
said what he wanted to do. He said no one asked him. He said what he wanted to do.
Yeah, I want Alan Rickman as
Right?
Batman too. So
He might be something else. I heard he might be
he
Strike or
might
something.
be Batman.
He might be Batman.
Like
You
they
know?
don't say shit, and that's what I love
So
about it
are
is
they
that
really gonna have two Batman and two? They're gonna cast a whole like gallery for Batman and have the Matt Reeves Batman gallery too.
they have to
Why?
because that's a young Batman, and the Batman in these universes is old. He's an older Batman.
Wait, what? Oh, so that's a young Batman and Matt
Yeah,
Reeves.
so it could be the same Batman, but we talking like 20-year difference.
No.
Because that guy is brand new. He's fresh in the game. He ain't even got the full bat cop.
Yeah, the fat bat.
He
He ain't
ain't
got
get
all his bat shit together.
no. He ain't got his bat shit together. So the Batman that's gonna be in these movies already got. Again, he's already been through
Fully
several
established.
Robins and already got his son.
So it's like Superman. He already established. He
Right.
already. been
It's,
there, done
he's
that.
been there, done it. And Batman was doing Batman before Superman became Superman.
Okay. All right.
So this story kind of this Batman is gonna be veteran. So it could they could say this is the older version of that guy,
Okay.
and just say, or they can just say, you know what, that universe is just his own thing. Which since there's no other superheroes in that universe, that works. At
Hmm.
least and at least right now we don't they don't mention like there's any other type of superheroes.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see how they go. It's elsewhere, where universe, so we'll see how
Yeah,
they go.
and
But
technically, isn't they DC is really they have the opportunity to be different like that and not do the same things that Marvel does.
hmm,
So if that includes having two different comic book movies out at the same time, just like there's two different comic books out, let's go.
there's nothing wrong with that. Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
let's
It's
go.
nothing wrong
Let's
with
do it. I don't think it'll confuse the fans because I think the fans that like the one will see the one and the fans that like the other will see the other.
that. And
And
they
if they
like
don't,
both.
yeah, or they
Yeah.
like both. But I don't think it'll hurt if they don't like both because you wasn't gonna see the movie either way, and you saw that movie.
Right, right. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we got time now. This Sandman. I mean, I'm sorry. What's his name? Clayface.
Clayface, yeah, that's done. That's
Now,
done.
that Clayface is supposed to be in the actual DCU, right?
Right, right. So this, I'm assuming this is the same Clayface that was in Creature Commando as well.
100%. That is
Yeah,
that guy. So this is his origin story,
yeah, yeah,
telling
yeah.
how he became that, which has never been seen before.
Never been seen on film, and they're going to take a lot from that animated Batman the animated series.
Yeah, that shit was dark.
That was
That
a very
Clayface.
dope episode. Yeah. So yeah, we going to see how it goes. It's going to be that's rated R. So well, they're shooting for rated R, and let's see.
100%. And they still talking about doing a live action Invincible. So
I don't know.
I don't either. I don't even know if I can watch that level of violence.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
That's a level of violence that is just like because
But
it's
there's so
not
much
just
story
violence, it's
to that.
brutal.
How can you put that in a 2 hour movie? It's so
It's
much story.
psychologically brutal. Like, like it's why it's happening. I'm beating my son's ass to the inch of his life type. I don't know if I can watch
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And yeah, pushing him to the point where he got a break and do what he got to do
Pushing
too.
him through a train and watching him human body
Yeah,
parts and
human
blood
body
splatter all over
parts.
the place.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's pretty
wild.
nasty. Yeah.
I
Or
don't know.
watching him go in there and kill the what's that group?
Oh,
The Earth.
the defenders of the earth or whatever they.
Yeah. Like that scene, like he's literally slamming people into the ground and their brains and their bodies are
It's
splattered.
splattered on the wall, like you can see their guts and all that
Yeah,
shit.
I'm not ready for I mean, the boys
You
is
say
doing it.
that now. You say that now.
I'm gonna love it, but I'm just saying, like, that's a lot. I don't even know if they're gonna be able to get that across.
But you brought up the boys. Gen V is out, and I can't finish that,
I
man.
haven't
I'm
finished the
not
first season. I'm not interested.
into Gen V. I'm kind of tired, done with the boys too. So this the last season. I'm going to check that out, but I'm kind of tired of that. I don't know if it's because of the violence or just the way the story is going at this time. Yeah, just a little
For
bit.
me, it's because get to the point with Homelander.
Yeah, yeah,
Like y'all keep stalling that Homelander moment. Get to the
yeah. Get to
point.
the point. Let's see it.
Like I don't care
Yeah.
no more. Like you know what I'm saying? Like okay, I got it. He's sinister. He's this. He's that. They don't like him. Get to
He's
the
on the brink of the edge. Ooh,
no.
but it's like
Let's go. Either go or
get
don't. But
to
don't
it.
keep playing with
Yeah,
my emotions. Like I don't care no
exactly.
more.
Exactly. So yeah, that's what I think it is. I don't
But
think the
Butcher is worse than Homelander.
so let's see him snap. We gotta see something here. You
Somebody
know what
got
I
to
mean?
snap, and
Soldier Boy, some one of y'all gotta do something because I like Soldier Boy. I think that's
yeah.
a good addition. But
But
I gotta
they
see
got to get to
something.
that point. They got to get to the point where he got to do what he got to do, and we got to get to this climax. And I think like realizing, knowing that Butcher is way more demented. Like we think Homelander is bad, but Butcher with powers. Look at how Butcher was without powers.
Yeah, he was
He
pretty.
was manipulative. He was cruel.
Yeah,
He was heartless. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? He was maniacal. Now
yeah.
you get that dude powers. That nigga got a tumor inside of him that do
Yeah,
whatever.
there's
What did it eat people? I don't know what the fuck his tumor be
I
doing.
don't know. It did some shit, but it's weird. It's weird, but I just want to get
Yeah,
to the
get to the
meat.
climax because the
Yeah.
story's not progressing anymore.
Nah, it's not.
Because like how like you can't be y'all didn't got to the point where y'all want it and y'all want it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants
Yeah,
you, and
yeah.
y'all don't have no support system anymore.
Right,
So how
right.
y'all still out here doing this?
Get to it.
So yeah, that
So
needs to end. Invincible can keep going
so
because it just keeps escalating, and they get to the point every season,
they do. Despite
and
the
I like
people like
that.
it or not, I like Invincible. They could keep going with that. I'm down for more seasons. Man, I'm
It's about
down
a
for more
story to tell.
aliens. I'm down for more Alien Earth. I'm down for I just recently saw the Frankenstein
I
movie
didn't watch
on
that yet.
Netflix. It's pretty good. It's
Worth it.
pretty good.
Okay.
It's worth the watch. It's the Mary Shelby, or is it Mary Shelley?
Yeah, Shelley.
Yeah, it takes an adaptation of that. So
So the original book.
yeah, original book. So it's just not the monsters. Doom doo doo doom doom doo doo doom doo doo doom doo
I
doo doo
mean,
doo
the
doo.
Frankenstein story is very tragic, and I
It is.
can't wait.
Story.
Like even though the DC version of Frankenstein is kind of funny and tragic at the same time, but the bride and him is kind of just stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like this
Why
nigga
did
chasing
he
her.
do?
I'm in love
Why?
with you.
But what's the point of DC? Like I'm still in the funk after watching Peacemaker. It's like I'm cool with DC, but what they got going? So what? Frankenstein is going to get a movie or something? Like we going to see a live action
Frankenstein or the bride.
Frankenstein?
Some one of them needs to get a movie
But for what?
because those characters are interesting.
For what?
Because this is interesting. See, that's the thing. DC doesn't have to follow the Marvel premise. Everything don't have to lead into something else. Sometimes you tell a character arc for a character arc, like a comic book. Don't have nothing to do with nothing. It's just a story. It don't tie into a bigger threat. It don't lead into anything specific. It's just which is what DC does anyway. A lot of these shit is just random stories of a character.
That's true. That's true.
Don't lead into no greater, whatever, whatever. It's just a day in the life. But I think that
Mm.
the Bride and Frankenstein are fucking hilarious.
I That's a crazy dynamic, and definitely it's worth to watch. I mean, don't get me wrong.
And I
So
really want to see who would they cast as the bride in live action? I mean, we already know that Harbor is going to
no,
be Frankenstein.
the lady who do the voice.
Do she look like that?
I don't know.
That's a good question. Let me
Because
see.
I mean, that's what Gunn said. He said these people's gonna be
The
doing
voices are going to be the
voice
actual.
is
So
gonna be
that's
the
how he selected
actual.
them. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be the actual live action. So whoever's the voice, whoever the actor on Creature Commandos, you will see them in live action.
Let me
Now,
see.
Alan Tudyk, he play a lot of characters, so I don't know who he played.
Oh
GI.
hell yeah! Never mind. Ah, I see. Indira Varma is the bride. Man, that'd be a dope ass fucking live action. Hell
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Look her
So
up,
who?
bro. She is 100% the bride.
Uh,
She is totally the bride, and she's the physique and everything. She's perfect. Hell yeah. I ain't got nothing else. Okay. He gonna cook.
oh
Let him
yeah,
cook.
yeah. Okay,
Let
let
him
me
cook.
see her now. Oh
That's why
wow.
she looks they drew her
Oh
just like it.
wow.
They were
Yeah.
drawing the bride to look like her because she is playing the bride. Yeah, he
Oh,
doing his thing, man.
okay.
He doing his thing, bro. Let him
Oh,
cook.
that's dope. I know who
Yeah,
she
I'm with
is.
that. Now I want to see it even more.
See, see. Well, there you go. I guess I answered my own question.
But nah, that he faked us on that Peacemaker
Peacemaker.
2, talking about it's gonna tie into the next, whatever, whatever. It
Yeah,
ain't
I'm
do
not
shit.
excited for anything that's what I'm saying. It didn't leave. It didn't do shit,
I mean,
and
I know what
then
the tie-in is, but it wasn't like I needed to
but it
watch this
wasn't
part.
like, oh my gosh, man, I can't wait. I have no feelings for nothing now. It's
No,
like,
the
oh, I
worst part is
can't
that
wait.
Lex is in charge of the superhero containment for the government.
That's fucked up.
So he coming for Superman.
I am excited for Lanterns though.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that.
Man, I take
And seeing how they do the lantern powers in the Superman movie gives me even more excitement about it.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
they can go in. They can really cut
I
loose.
think this is going to be like a cop. Like this is going to be like True Detective. Like I think they're going to really go for that. And what's the best place to do it on HBO? So we're going to get some gritty cop like detective who done it shit.
Well, that's
And
the only place it could be because that's who own it. That's how that works. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works out. Which is why they you. That's why when they were talking about it, they were marketing it as like True Detective because they also own True Detective.
exactly.
You know.
Are you worried about a company buying Warner Brothers? And
Nah, I don't care.
okay,
Like, cause if we go by example, like Disney did. I don't care what nobody say. Disney ain't fucked up now. One of them franchises. Like the
well,
Mandalorian came from Disney, so I'm not worried about Star Wars.
right,
Andor came from Disney. I ain't worried about that because that was some shit. I'm
right,
not worried about Marvel with Disney. I'm
no,
not worried about none of these. With like they just did like the dope ass fucking new Avengers. So the Thunderbolts was dope as hell. Like I ain't worried about
right,
Marvel, and so I can't worry about anybody taking over Warner Brothers and having control of DC either. Because just get them the money and let James
and let
Gunn.
them do what they do. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like I ain't
keep
worried about
doing what they do.
nothing. Whoever owns it doesn't change the creative direction of the people in charge of the
Right,
actual
and that's
product.
what a lot of people is trying to kind of flipping out, like, yo, man, because he the own it doesn't mean he's shutting down the house. Oh man, y'all can't make no more movies unless it's under my team.
Right, darn.
Oh,
I mean, granted, because remember they said even before they decided they knew about the mergers, James Gunn was already in talks to take over the DC universe.
yeah, he got that contract settled.
So then they merged and he still kept it. So
Yep,
it's
yep.
no like the only person that lost on that was The Rock. And I personally think The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, excuse me, Dwayne in that scenario, that's an example of you rushed the product. But if you had waited, you would have been a part of the fucking
And I
DCU.
think, yeah, he would have been part of something more special if he just waited and just actually just I wouldn't say follow orders, but kind of like read the
No,
room a little bit.
sometimes you got to follow orders too, though. That's the thing. Sometimes you have to
Like,
yield to the person who knows better.
yeah, because they was telling him to chill. They told him to collab with Shazam. They told him
And he
about,
refused.
and he refused, and he brought Henry Cavill on his own merit as the Superman, and trying to force that. And that was the problem. You lied to the people and you lied to the fans. This is different than wrestling. You can play the heel and lie all you want, but if you lying to like this certain group of like fan base,
Yeah, there's
they don't kind of
consequences.
yeah, there's
They not
consequences.
gonna fuck with you. They
There's
not gonna
consequences.
support you.
Yeah.
And yeah, so here we are
Now,
now
don't get me
where
wrong. People will still say Black Adam is a good movie to
it
their
is
own
a it
extent.
is a good
It's a good
movie.
movie. It
But
is
and
a
then
good
I realized something.
one.
The Rock is aging. I think
Yes.
he real okay, and I think he wanted to lose weight. I think he wanted to trim down and stop doing that heavy lifting. And I think the only reason why he was keeping the heavy lifting was because he did that movie. Because since then he did the wrestling biopic.
Smashing Machine.
And then he's lost all that weight,
Tremendous. Yeah, all that
all
clanking and
that
banging, what he
bulkiness.
used to
Yeah,
say, clanking and banging and doing
yep,
all that shit. He was still active in wrestling, so he was still making his spots. He was doing these action movie roles. He was shaping up for Black Adam, actually, really.
yeah. He got in superhero physique, which is a different physique than a
And if
wrestler
you
physique.
see his eating habits, like when he was doing that for protein, that motherfucker would eat crazy, like double, like
Unhealthy.
a plate, a stack full of like
He
French
had he was eating
toast.
10 pizzas,
Yeah, pizzas, and he will eat
pancakes,
French
like hundreds of
toast,
pancakes and
a
all that
plate
shit.
of yeah, 100 like a plate of pancakes, a plate of protein meat, and all that shit. I'll be like, man, dude,
No, I don't need to be that big.
and eating it at like after 12. He'll go live like after 12, saying, "Yeah, this is my late night snack." Late night snack, my nigga.
Like, yeah, what are you saying? Like,
Yeah,
nah. So
The
that's
Rock is
unhealthy to be like that, and he's older.
and it's
So
fair. It's cool.
yeah, so I'm happy that he had his run with it and he got to get it out of his system.
Yeah,
Because I think if it had been successful, then he would have to be bulky and big even right
you have
now.
to be
Even though
play that
Shazam was
role.
not that big. See, Shazam was not. bulky. He wasn't
but
strong because of
The Rock
muscle.
is The Rock, and he's in
He
his
got to
own
hold
head.
and top
So
everything.
he don't
Yeah.
want no padded suits or nothing. He want his suit to form the outfit versus wearing a padded suit. So if he was going to be on screen like that, I'm telling you, that's why he was working out, clanging and banging, was because he thought he was going to be Black Adam for the next 5-10 years, fighting Superman and whatever else they
Yeah.
had to
It's
offer.
easier to maintain it than to
But
build it.
he was doing that behind closed doors, and he didn't really make the relationship with James Gunn work after that. So that's the person I would have been, you know what I mean? Like, look, I'm going to do this, and we're going to move like this, you know what I mean? And whatever you want to move, we'll move like that, and boom, boom, boom. But he didn't do that, so it is what it is. And now we're at where we at. But it would have been dope if he would have like remained as Black Adam and moved forward to this Superman particularly,
No,
because
that would have been fun.
that would have been fun to see because he is bigger than Superman. Now they say Superman will wash Black Adam, but
Superman cannot wash any of them because they're magic.
oh,
So Superman is they're as strong as Superman, and they're but Black Adam specifically is bet can always beat Superman because he's a better fighter.
okay, so bet.
But what it really comes down to, Superman can get stronger at times because he had that burst of sun power. But what happens
Mhm.
is that when they do that magic Shazam shit, that's his one weakness. Other than kryptonite, Superman is like magic somehow renders his powers inoperative. His powers cannot handle magic.
Shazam!
So you do it. So like for example, if he gets struck by lightning, real lightning, okay, he fine. But he gets struck by magic lightning and he be on his ass. It's a very interesting weakness. And so
His he would dock off like on the video games and shit. Ah!
yeah, he be done. He be done
Oh
from that.
no.
So yeah, it's an interesting. I think that would have been fun to see because of the fact that they don't just go, they go to blows, but ultimately, only way that Superman has ever like Superman beats Black Adam with the help of Shazam.
Okay.
And
Okay.
there's been some times where Superman first met Shazam and didn't know who he was,
And they started going
and
at
they go to blows, and Shazam actually being a kid, and the kid don't know what he doing, and
right.
put Superman with a punch. Superman be like, "What the fuck?" you know,
My bad, man. I don't know my own strength. I'm only 12.
right? He'd be
12.
like, "God damn, yeah," because
12.
again, it's not just strength; it's magic strength.
Yeah. So
See,
okay.
and Superman had for some reason magic doesn't work with him.
Well, I hope James Gunn use that aspect moving forward, but I want to move forward than Superman, dude. I don't just want
Nah,
to see
fuck that. I want to
Superman.
see. I want to see Constantine.
Yeah,
Like put
yeah. I
Constantine
want
in
to
this and
see
start some drama.
Constantine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let's start some shit.
real dark shit. Yeah, I
Let's
want to
let's
see
go. Let's see
Constantine.
some fucked up shit happening. Let's all the magic people in DC are fucked up. Worse than Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they are. They are. That's one thing I give you. Because even
They are.
what's old girl on the Teen
Zatanna.
Titans? Yeah,
Zatanna.
her
Oh, Teen
Zatanna.
Titans. Oh man, yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. She's not even. It's not even magic with her. She's a fucking demon. Half demon. Or hundred
yeah,
full demon. I don't know what the fuck. Like she's a
yeah,
demon.
yeah.
That's
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 wild.
totally different level of like that's a whole nother level. She
That's
be holding
wild.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild work. So all
But
right,
yeah.
y'all.
Any last words?
Um, like I said, shout out to everyone who's tuning in. Shout out everyone that's going to be in the theater to see the Michael Jackson biopic. Shout out to shout out to real niggas who ain't listen to these AI musicians and renditions. Um, shout out to the real musicians out there. Shout out to Smith and Wesson, they was here. Shout out to Fillmore Green. Shout out to Hadi. Shout out to Tyrone Davis. The truth, the proof is coming real soon. Shout out to Pugs. Shout out to my brother Squid. Shout out to like I said, all the fly nerds that's paying attention and is going to pay attention moving forward, new and old. We here, and it's one thing where you start something and you start seeing the fruits of your labor out in real time. That's what I've been seeing here lately. So I really want to thank everybody that's paying attention to our movement, and you know, just be patient. Your time is coming. That's all I gotta say. Thank you to everyone.
Yeah, all I want to say is peace to the gods, peace to the
Word.
earth, peace to all the positive people in the universe.
Word.
We
That
one.
rhyme. So yeah, we are the Fly Nerd Group. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. I am Cosmo Galactus, FNIC, Fly Nerd in charge.
And I am Amby Warhol. I am the Asiatic black man's supreme being black man of Asia.
Supreme intelligence. That's all you get from us. That's the bar. We out.
Peace,
Peace.
peace.